Okay, so we're back, and we're going to pick up in a little bit in the city of Rakxe, where we have been exploring some of the murders to take place in this city. Want to just doing some housework before we get into today's session. So first off, I'm going to grant everybody inspiration for today's session. So just a reminder, inspiration means you can perform a normal ability check, a save, or an attack roll with a bonus. And you still have to tell me before you take inspiration. And I think what we're going to do moving forward is use the standard D&D rules for inspiration, which means you can take the roll with advantage. So basically, you'll be rolling twice and then taking whatever the higher one is. Sibo, on the playback, I'll be rewarding you today 55 experience points for your efforts in advancing the plot and getting more information about the Red Angels, as well as working with the local city, and also for just really good emotional roleplay, which we haven't quite seen yet. It's really adorable how the relationship with Emerin is progressing. Totally unexpected.
Yeah, we took it there.
Yes, we took it there.
So you said 55?
55, yeah.
All right.
So I made a mistake in counting Toe's death saves. So Kat has graciously agreed to accept Toe's fate, which means later in today's session we will be, first we're going to conclude what happened with Toe, and then we'll be introducing Kat's new character and Gerald's new character into the story. So thank you, Kat, also for being honest about, and for being really good at tracking everything. I want to talk a little bit about the standard rules for death saves, according to the handbook. So, when you get knocked out unconscious in a battle, you need to make 3 saves or 3 fails to determine your character's fate. And if you make 3 saves, you live. If you make 3 fails, you die. A roll of 9 or less on a d20 is a fail, and a roll of 10 or higher is a success. And according to the book, a roll of 1 is a double fail, and so we've been playing that. A roll of 20 means you come back to life immediately. And my house rule is you come back to life immediately with 1 hit point. The standard rule in the book is that you're supposed to be stabilized at 0 hit points, and then you can't really take a move, like you can't drink a potion, you can't talk to anybody, you can't try to run away. So my home game rule is to allow you to complete your turn once you've made the last successful save. And that's what we did last time. There were a couple times, there's more than one time that Simon came back to life and I let you do something. And I think Boo at least once came back to life and we let Boo do something. So my game is just a little more forgiving. I don't want to bring you back at 0 and then you can't do anything. I'd rather bring you back at 1 and then you can still take an action or run away or something. So it's not exactly what's in the book. It's more, I think it's a more compassionate way to play things. So does everybody understand the rule, and how it's different from how the book lays it out?
So my Wi-Fi shut down halfway through your explanation. Mm-hmm. So I heard the bit about how if you roll 20, you automatically come back to life.
Yes.
And that was it.
So what I do that's different from the book is the book says you're supposed to be stabilized at 0 hit points, okay. Which means you can get hit again and you can't do anything to defend yourself because you only have 0 hit points.
I see.
Thank you, Kat.
Yeah, okay, that's understandable.
Yeah. So in my home game, which is the same thing that we've done last time, is I let you come back with 1 hit point and you can still finish your turn. So you can still cast a spell, you can still run away, you can still drink a potion, you can still lay on hands, eat a good berry, you can still do something. And I think it's more compassionate that way than the way the book does it. So that's just my home rule. So if you're seeing other games or you're in other games that are more strict to the book, We're not going to do that, and we haven't been doing that. So I just wanted to be clear so everybody knows we're on the same page. And one more thing before we get started, something to think about for your characters. How is everybody on items? Do they have enough potions and arrows and armor? Just something to think about. Okay. So any questions before we get started? So you're shaking your head. This means no.
No.
Okay. All right. So it is Monday night, the month of Sviban. It's the 19th of the month, around 9 o'clock at night. We just had a pretty full day of emotion and surprise in Rakxe as Tomic delighted the party with a series of fanciful new magical items. Sibo got very intimate with Emerin the tailor. Simon received an offer from the new town captain. And later, the party found themselves engulfed in flames at the Red Eye Inn. And it was there that an animated owlbear's head attacked the team, and the tavern soon collapsed into a pile of ashes and lumber, a deadly funeral pile that included the bodies of the entire staff of the Red Eye, as well as our dear fighter, Boo. Later, the remainder of the party reconvened at the monastery, where Investigator Smithers asked them what they knew about the Furba of Flames, which he seemed to think implicated Boo in the murders in Rakxe. And so that is where we will pick up the story at the monastery. So let's say that Investigator Smithers has just left, and we are talking with Simon, Toe, and Sibo in the monastery.
Wasn't Simon sleeping?
Yeah, I thought I was out.
Simon was pretty dead asleep.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think I'm feeling rather tired. I think I'll turn in for the night. Jeez.
Okay.
And Toe is going to head off towards his room, kind of coughing along the way.
Seems as if Toe has been affected by the soot he inhaled at the inn. Toe, could you go ahead and make a fortitude check? In the D20?
Sure. 4.
Okay. So it seems like the coughing is really increasing, and it's getting very difficult to breathe for our water genasi. Asibo, what are you doing at this point?
Am I close to Toe?
Yep.
What's wrong, Toe? Why are you coughing so much?
It must be the smoke. I went back in a couple times, and maybe a couple times too many. But it's okay. It'll clear up by the morning.
Are you sure? Because you don't sound good.
I should be okay.
Okay. So where are you turning in now?
I'm heading back to my room, and if you'd like to join me, there might be some room.
Okay. In the monastery, or?
Yes, we can head straight there from the rector's office.
Okay, sounds good. I think I need a break too. It's been a long day.
Sibo, you go ahead and follow Toe's instructions to follow towards the rector's office to see if there's a free bed for you in the monastery. Toe, I'd like you to make another fortitude save, please.
Can I, if Toe has inspiration, can I use it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, still a 7.
It's not high enough. So the coughing is getting quite unbearable. Every time you breathe, you feel as if your lungs are racked with pain, and that at any moment you could double over. And for the moment, you feel like you really have to sit down and stop moving around.
Ooh.
So Simon at this point is still sleeping and can't see what's happening. There's nobody really around you in the monastery other than Sibo kind of walking away from you, going towards the spare rooms in the monastery. Sibo, eventually you run into Patrick, which was one of the curates that you had met earlier, who was working on raising Nyx from the dead. And Patrick says, come this way, young ranger. We have a few extra spaces here, and you can pick which bed you'd like for the evening. We take care of those who celebrate the god of Ilmater.
Thank you so much. I think I will pick this one on the left.
Feel free to take off your shoes and relax. There can be no harm done to you here, as it is Ilmater's house.
Okay, thank you so much. I have a favor to ask, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So my friend Toe was coughing a lot, and I was wondering if you could at least check on her to see if she's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much.
She's one of our own as well. I'll go see what's going on.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And with that, Patrick starts leaving the dormitory, walking in the direction of where Toe is sort of slumped over, closer to the rector's office. Toe, I'd like you to make one more fortitude save, please.
Please, 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 please. 6.
Mm-hmm.
It seems as if the bells of death are tolling for Toe, as Toe collapses, gasping for air, pulling at his own throat as he collapses to the floor, suffering from the smoke inhalation he had encountered from earlier. Patrick runs up to you to see Toe's body, kind of clutching himself at his neck, as the body starts to dissolve a little bit, as the water genasi's skin seems to loosen and dissipate and disintegrate, leaving only a small pile of coins which Toe had carried in his life. Patrick screams for the rector and starts crying at the sight of the loss of one of the young acolytes they had harbored in the monastery of the Camellias. It seems as if Toe has passed.
Sibo heard a scream, so while he was resting, he heard a scream, so he puts on his shoes back and then go outside and run towards Patrick. What happened? What's with the scream?
Patrick is you see Patrick standing next to Piotr, the rector, and they're staring at the floor, looking at a very wet pool that has collected on the stone floor of the monastery. They're both wiping away tears, and when you run up to them, the rector says to you, the rector grabs your hands and says, "Sibo, we've lost another one."
Oh no, this is too much. You gotta be kidding me. Are you serious?
I feel some regrets asking Poe to have joined you today, but when he came back this afternoon, he said today was one of the most exuberant and energetic days of his life. To get to meet you and have adventures in the city, it seemed to be that he was on the path of fulfilling his pact with Ilmater, but perhaps the elements were just too much for him, he succumbed to whatever it was that he caught at the Red Eye. I'm so sorry, Sibo. I know this must be a lot for you. It's a lot for us as well.
I'm lost of words. This water puddle, is that what happens to water genasies when they die? Mm-hmm. I'm not familiar with them, but this is tragic.
We've never housed a water genasi in our monastery, so this is new to us. But clearly, as Patrick has observed, this is what happens when water genasis go to another plane of existence. I'm so sorry, Sibo. I'm just very sorry.
I'm sorry too. I'm sure Toe meant a big deal for you guys as well. I feel like you guys know him a lot longer than I have, although I've been sort of having a short journey, short trip in this case with Toe. So how are we gonna go on from here since there's no body? It's just a puddle of water. What do we do?
I don't know. And we don't know anything about Toe's family origins either. So it's a mystery. And Patrick and I will talk about it. And maybe we'll speak with the other monks and the other clerics tomorrow. It's getting late, Sibo, and I know you've had quite a long day's journey. Maybe you should take a rest as well, and we'll speak in the morning.
Okay. Thank you so much for everything, and I'm sorry that this happened to our friend.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah. Also, I hope you get some rest as well. We'll include Toe in our blessings.
And thank you in kind. You were
likewise.
You must have been a very good friend to Toe. The excitement he had in his eyes this afternoon was something I had not seen before. I must pray on this to see what lessons we must take from Toe's arc in life.
And I feel like I'm going to be doing the same. Alright, see you in the morning.
Good night, Sibo.
Good night.
Okay, so it's now the next morning. It's Dienstag, second day of the week. It's around 7:30. It's not very sunny out. In fact, it's raining quite heavily for a late spring day. And you can kind of smell a little bit of cold air entering the city of Rakxe. Simon finds himself slowly rising. So everybody who needs to heal up, you can go ahead and heal up and restore all your spell slots. Simon finds himself rising and not finding Toe anywhere. However, seeing a pair of boots next to where Toe's bed is in the monastery. Simon, what do you do?
I would like to grab Toe.
Yeah, you're looking around the room, you even pop your head outside, and you don't see any sign of Toe anywhere.
Maybe you can go find the rector and ask him if he knows where it is or whatever.
You knock on the door at the rector's office, and you hear an old man say, "Come in, come in, come in."
So I go
Simon.
in.
Simon, have you discovered the news?
What news?
It is with great regret I must inform you that our dear friend, the paladin, Toe, has passed. It seems as if he suffered from something that happened at the Red Eye. Seems to be a mixture of shock, smoke inhalation, too much for his body to sustain. And last night he came back from his day of adventure and he passed away. I'm very sorry.
Saved my life. Is there a body?
As far as we could tell, the water genasi, when he passes, dissolves into a puddle, including, it seems, the things that he wore. So the only thing we were able to retrieve last night were the coins that were on his person.
Do you know if he's any family or?
We don't know. If you're interested in finding out if he has any connections, I would suggest speaking to some of the sailors in town or going up north towards the city of Spinaka to see if anybody has any memories of Toe.
Alright.
As far as I can tell you, I don't know very much about Toe's past or his family. I'm very sorry, Simon.
Yeah, no, it's really, I should be saying that to you. I didn't know him very well. Is there anything I can do for you guys? I mean...
The best thing we can do for now is to hope that we can solve the mystery of whatever has been attacking Rakxe.
Yeah.
I suggest you head to the refectory to grab some breakfast along with the rest of our monks. Maybe find your friend Sibo and wake him up as well, and you can catch each up each other on what's been going on.
Alright. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And again, I'm very sorry that this happened to our friend.
So I'll go to the refectory to...
Sibo finds himself waking up as well. It's also around 7:30, 7:45 in the morning. When Sibo wakes up, he sees that all the other monks and clerics that were in his room seem to have already been dressed, and one person has just left to walk down a hallway.
So I'm gonna walk out, and what do I see?
It looks like you see one of the clerics that was very likely in the same room as you, walking down a different hallway towards a room whose doors are open, and you hear a clatter of bowls and spoons and plates sort of clacking against one another, and people murmuring. Some people murmuring and some people being quite silent.
Okay, so I'm gonna follow the sound to the room, and as I get close, do I hear the conversations?
Yeah, it seems that Patrick has sat down next to Simon to have a conversation about Toe's life and legacy. Patrick notices you and waves you over and says, Ranger, come join your friend. We have a lot to resolve, I believe.
That indeed. And Sibo sits next to Simon.
Okay. One of the very young monks in the monastery comes over and puts a bowl of what looks like oatmeal with honey in it in front of you. He says, enjoy your meal.
Thank you so much for your generosity.
Of course, we take care of our own and those who support the Mater. Patrick says to the two of you, So, have you spoken with the rector today?
We have not.
I have, yes.
And did he tell you to keep going with the quest to resolve what's been happening in the city, to find the Red Angels and find what's been harming our city?
He did say that.
So, how can I help the two of you today?
I'm not entirely sure. Sibo, do you have any ideas?
Well, it was a long night last night, and I've been thinking, and I think now that we got some rest, maybe we should do some more investigation, see if we can find anything new, and try to stop this mess.
That sounds like a very good idea. Do you feel, are you in any further need of healing services or scrolls or anything of that nature?
Scrolls?
Yeah, like scrolls of cure wounds and bless, other clerical spells.
Let me see. I don't believe so, no, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So, can anyone use the scroll, or does it have to be like, like like a class, like a matching class or something?
Yeah. I mean, you have to be able to. It would have to be a natural part of your class. So even if you don't, if it's the kind of spell that eventually you could get as a member of your class, then yes, you can cast it from a scroll.
Okay, so even if I'm ranger, I can use cleric scroll?
I think some of them, yeah, some of your spells overlap, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, like I remember ranger has very similar, like there are a lot of overlaps with cleric spells, so
like cure wounds, detect magic.
Not that I have any cleric spells right now, because I'm near measly level 2, but yeah, but I think it will be a good idea to get the scroll just in case. We don't know what's gonna happen, and perhaps it might come handy. So,
well, tell me what scrolls you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal.
Okay, is this purchase situation, or is this like? Okay, Simon, what do you think?
I think it just certainly sounds like a good idea if we want to beef up our magic count. I don't know if
considering how many deaths there have been, I think it might be a good idea to have something at least in our hands.
What could I maybe interest you in some healing potions?
How much do those cost?
Well, normally they cost 50, but because we're enduring a horrible pandemic, we're selling them for 65 a piece right now.
65 golds?
Correct.
Well, I certainly can't afford that, but Sibo, if you would like to buy any.
Let's see. And what about the scrolls?
What scrolls would you like?
I don't know what you guys have, so if you would introduce me to what the ones that you guys have.
If you tell us which ones you're looking for, I can tell you if it's in our inventory. But we have mostly clerical scrolls that I can tell you. Things like cure light wounds, detect magic, detect poison.
I was just wondering, I know we're talking about trading right now, but I also wanted to ask what's going to happen to Toe.
Well, because we don't know the next of kin, and it seems to be that in a way he's already buried himself by melting, and there's no way for us to retrieve the drops of water that laid on our stone floor last night. that perhaps there is not going to be the same sort of burial ceremony that we would have your friend Nyx, for example.
And is there any left from Toe?
The only thing we found left were the coins on his person, and knowing Toe, he would probably donate it to the monastery of Ilmater. So, in his honor and memory, we will gladly accept his treasure for our temple.
Okay, sounds good. So, how much are the healing scrolls?
Well, I heard you say that you experienced some death or near death yesterday. I would recommend a scroll called Spare the Dying. It's 100 gold, and if a friend of yours falls in battle, you could cast this scroll upon them, and it will stabilize your ally.
Okay. I know it's very, I'm not sure. I mean, like, I feel like Cho probably would not want us left dead before this incident ends.
Certainly.
So I was wondering if you could give us one scroll in honor of Toe, if that's okay. I know it's
persuasion. Sibo, can you make a persuasion check, please?
Yeah, D20.
Yeah. Whatever your modifier is.
Okay. 20.
He says, I'll tell you what, I can give you a large discount, but this is really tough for us as we are undergoing some very scary times right now. So I can't give it to you for free, but I'm willing to sell it to you for 80 gold. How about that? Final offer.
Ooh.
The ink and the paper that we need to create these scrolls costs a lot of money, and it takes a lot of time to put in the craft to create such a fine scroll. So 80 is really the lowest we can go.
80 for a healing scroll?
Oh, to cure wounds is also 100 gold.
And that's like curing like the whole group?
Oh no,
or
you get to pick who you would like to cure.
Okay. So I'm asking a game question now.
Okay.
So potion heals how much usually?
It's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. So the maximum it could heal is 10? Would that be?
Yeah, correct. Cure wounds is 1d8 plus your spell casting modifier. So it could be plus 2, could be plus 3.
And healing scroll is the one that is with the spell?
Yeah, that's the cure light wounds. That's
okay.
1d8 plus your spell modifier.
So it really depends on how much you roll.
Correct.
Darn.
Patrick says maybe you have something you can trade, or and instead of paying us with money, you have items or gems or something like this.
Okay, and in terms of scroll, does that have the healing word? Like, is that the one that you need?
We sell cure light wounds.
Okay. I do have a gem that we got from Shayna, the halfling.
Don't know her. But
yeah.
Let me see the gem. How much is it worth?
I went to a store and they said it would be at least 90 gold. So you can take a look and see if it is feasible.
Tell you what, how about you give this to me and I'll give you one Cure Light wound scroll.
Okay, you have a deal.
He shakes your hand and hands you the scroll and takes the gem and turns to Simon and says, Simon, do you need anything?
Look, I'm broke, man. I don't have anything I can give you that would be worth anything. I have a total of 38 golds to my name.
Ooh.
So I appreciate it, but I'll pass. Thanks.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll have some luck this afternoon finding something in town, and you can come back here.
Yeah, maybe.
Happy to help. Well, I hope the two of you enjoy your day of adventure, and let us know if there's anything else we can do for you here at the Monastery of the Camellias.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
He bows
So,
and leaves the refectory.
okay, so I traded gem from Shayna with so it's a scroll and then it's a healing scroll.
Scroll of Cure Light Wounds.
Okay,
Or Cure Wounds.
cure wounds. Okay.
Hmm.
And what are the effects of the scroll if I activate it?
It's you cure 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. So
1d8.
if you're using Beyond, you can just add it. It should be on there.
Okay. All right. So Simon, where should we head to?
Well, we are supposed to be solving this mystery, right?
So my question is, what about Boo's body, and then his belongings?
Well, See, I think we should try to find some way to bury him, but at the moment he is covered in. We can go root around and see if we can find his body. But probably anything he had on him is burnt up, and yeah.
So I heard, I don't know if it was a rumor or something, but I heard somebody, I think the guards found Boo's magical dagger. So perhaps we should venture to the guard's house.
Okay. Right. There was that sword that he had that they were.
Yeah.
Okay. So they do think that Boo is responsible for all these arson attacks, and they're kind of ready to blame him for everything that's been going on. So I don't know if we ought to associate ourselves with, or at least say that the dagger was Boo's, you know. I think we should probably just let that slide and try to get the body. Yes. I'm happy to do whatever you want, really, in this regard.
I mean, I understand the risk of associating ourselves with, I guess, they think the arsonist, but, I think we should, try to clear Boo's name and then see what we can do. It's the least we could do for, our friend who died, so.
Boo did commit arson. Like, we can't say that he didn't commit arson. So it wouldn't be, like, totally clearing his name. It'd be like, oh, he didn't kill people. He just burned down buildings. Yeah.
Okay, so should we just go back to the rubbles of Red Inn to see if we can find anything?
I mean, that's personally what I would do. But, I'm not sure. What do you I think we should do that. Do you think we should do that?
Yeah, I'll take your lead on this one. How about that?
Okay. So yeah, so let's maybe we can ask to see if anyone knows what exactly happened and why the inn just spontaneously combusted. Yeah. So we'll head down to the inn.
Okay. So as you leave the monastery, remember that Emmeren's store, is directly across the street from the monastery, and you've both been there before. So could you both roll a perception check?
Okay.
Let's say you're like looking in the glass to see if anything's going on. So could you both roll a perception check and tell me what you get?
I have an 11.
21.
So Sibo has a pretty good idea of the layout of Emmeren's store. And from the corner of his eye, he sees that the shades are mostly pulled down in the main window. The sign in the door says it is closed. You can see sort of like a shadow of a head and arms of a person that looks like they're praying.
He did
and that's from the first floor window?
Yeah,
Or
that's
the
that's from the main floor. Yeah, the first floor, ground floor.
Is there a way I can approach and sort of hear what's going on or see what's going on?
Yeah, if you want, you can listen at the window.
And do I have to roll anything?
Yeah, could you make this would be a perception check again.
15.
It sounds like Emmeren, and you hear some muttering. And the muttering sounds something like, "Did I make a mistake? Did I say something wrong?"
Oh god. Dude.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the rain is really falling now on both of you, and you're both getting a little bit wet. You have noticed very few people in the street. However, some of the rich people that have walked by you in the street seem to have these like fur pelts that they're wearing to prevent themselves from getting soaked.
Well, look, if you want to Sibo repair with Emmeren, I'm happy around for you to.
I think I'm gonna let him, take some time alone right now. I don't think it's the right time for me to intervene or anything. I think I'm gonna let him, do his thing. I think, we trailing, booze, like his items, and I think, just doing more investigation is more priority. So why don't we just keep going? I just wanted to see what was happening, but yeah, if he's not in danger, I think I'm okay.
All right. Then let us continue.
Okay.
So we approach where was, the Red Inn.
Yeah.
We see rubbles, and what else do we see?
You see a ton of rubble, and you see about 4 town's guard there, including Captain Oku, kind of inspecting the damage. And they're all sort of shaking their head. They don't seem to be clearing away any of the damage because it's raining so hard, but they all seem to be shaking their head. It looks like they're saying no, and they seem upset or disappointed.
So, let's go. I'll walk over to Captain Oku and be like, "Morning. Do you have any idea how this happened? I narrowly escaped with my life."
Morning, you two. Captain seems very exasperated and tired. She says, I've been awake all night trying to solve this case, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know who in there was a Red Angel. Seems my hypothesis about Boo being the murderer might have been incorrect, because whatever force has thrust itself upon Rakxe murdered him as well. But we cannot wait for another murder to test my ideas. We have to protect our citizens. So it behooves us to figure out and identify who are the remaining Red Angels in this city, and we have to find a way to protect them. It's terrible. and it's raining, so we can't really dig anything out of the inn today. We just have to wait until the rain lets up. It's been a horrible Dienstag so far.
Yeah. Sorry you've been up all night. That sucks.
It's the job. It comes with the territory, my lord.
So Captain Oku, have you found anything from the rubbles? I understand it's
Not
too much
very
of
much.
an investigation right now, but what have you? Yeah.
The
I
only
also
things... Oh, go ahead.
So I heard somebody found Boo's sword. Is that true?
That is true. The only thing we were able to recover so far were items closest to the entrance, which were mostly broken tables and chairs. And we think we see Boo's body, but we cannot get him out from underneath all of the rubble. So we might have to wait out this rain. By the way, the two of you are getting soaked.
Yeah, we are. But I don't... it's like... Yes, we are getting soaked. Do you guys have, raincoats or something? I don't know. You look like you're getting soaked, too.
Yeah, but I have this fox pelt that's protecting me. I guess if you need one, and since you're working with us, you could head over to the guard's house and let them know that I'm letting you both get a pelt.
Thanks. Yeah, maybe it's a good idea. I mean, do you need any help around here right now?
I mean, I definitely could use some help, because I've also decided not to attend the party tonight at the Rakxe estate, because I have so much work ahead of myself taking care of the murders that happened here. So if you want to pick up my invitation, it's also at the guardhouse. And
Sure.
Sibo, the silver I promised you is also at the guardhouse.
Okay. Alright, so we'll head to the guardhouse, and then if we find anything, we'll catch up with you.
Let me know what you can find as soon as you can. And if you could, and before you go, could the two of you tell me who you think the Red Angels are, and which of them are still alive?
Well,
I have no clue. And then, so how many Red Angels, supposedly Red Angels, have died so far?
At least 3. I remember your friend Nyx had a hypothesis saying every time a Red Angel died, we found a scroll with a different number. And the numbers could be sort of like a countdown of how many Red Angels were left. I think your friend Nyx was correct. The problem is, if there's a scroll here at the Red Eye, we can't, in this rain, pull out enough rubble to find where this scroll is. It's going to take us hours and hours, and we might not even get done till tomorrow.
Yeah, so I cannot give you any word right now, because it's been a long night for all of us, and I feel like I need to get a little newer perspective on this.
Yeah.
So we know Gemos was a Red Angel. We're sure that Egum was a Red Angel. So there are 2 or 3 left.
If I had
And
to
one of
bet
them
on
could be
somebody-
buried here at the inn.
Yeah, if I had to bet on somebody, I'd bet on the innkeeper. But
Tell me why, Simon.
tell me why. Okay. Well, first off, she's extremely well placed. Think about it, right? She's running an inn. It's one of the best inns in town. It's where almost everyone goes. It'd be very simple to arrange things from the inn, because no one would think oddly of strange people coming or going. And everyone in town knows her because she runs parties in the evening. So once again, great way to set up meetings. And then additionally, I keep seeing her off talking with people on the side, and when we'd ask her about it, she'd sometimes get a little bit defensive. And so that's why I would guess her. But that's extremely, it's there's absolutely no evidence But like I said, it's a bet. It's a gamble. It's very unlikely.
That is circumstantial evidence, but it could be correct evidence. I would suggest you follow up after visiting the guardhouse, talk to Tomek, and ask Tomek who Rukavinta spends her time with at the inn. And that will maybe give us some more clues about who she's been talking to.
Thank you. I will.
And who else? Demos, Egum, Rukavinta? Who else could be a Red Angel in this town?
I got no idea otherwise, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's a gamble, and it's a very, very unsubstantiated one in the first place.
Well, as my 2 junior investigators, your task today should be to discover the identities of all the remaining Red Angels and to save them from whatever certain danger they are in. And my last 2 recommendations, stay dry and don't break up your party.
We'll do our best.
Godspeed and praise be to the Raven Queen. I'll see you later.
See you.
And Simon and Sibo is off to the guardhouse.
Oh, and Sibo, you should, if you really want to make sure that, what's his name? Your tailor friend?
Emerald
is not a Red Angel, it might be a good idea for you to tell him that, it's fine, he's not going to be, persecuted, and that the reason why the guards want to know is so they can provide protection,
So this is, so I'm just going to clarify that this is a situation where we are walking towards the guardhouse, and Simon and Sibo are just chatting,
right,
but very secretly. So I'm a little curious on why Captain Oku is very desperate on finding the remaining of Red Angels. I understand his role as investigator, but we cannot also completely rule, Captain Oku out.
That's true.
And whatever happened to Red Angels, maybe she wants to find Red Angels so that she can murder them. I don't know what's going on. That's why I'm little, try to figure things out and not telling them everything.
I agree.
I'm testing the waters right now.
You do find out that Emerald is a Red Angel. There's no reason why either of you have to tell Captain Oku that Emerald's a Red Angel.
And we're not sure yet, so it's no matter what, we don't have the definite, information to give anyways. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna play a little ambiguous here.
That sounds good.
But that's only, between you and me. If I know something, I'll definitely let you know. But right now, I'm not, ruling Captain Oku either of this, murders in this town. If you think about it, just like Rukavinta, Captain Oku was there every single time, and then look how convenient it will be if, she was the one who did it. So, yeah. But anyways, we'll go to the guardhouse and then see how things play.
Let's.
Yep.
All right, so you make your way towards the guardhouse, which is on the right-hand side of the street. But before you get there, you notice a house on the northern side of the street, and you see a dwarf that you've noticed before, who's kind of limping and shouting in your direction. Peanuts! Buy some peanuts, please. Peanuts from Button. Buy some peanuts.
And who recognizes him first? Simon or Sibo?
He definitely recognizes Simon.
Great.
And in turn, he recognizes Sibo.
And
you notice also walking toward your direction, towards Button, are 2 characters you haven't seen before. They seem to be dressed in kind of shabby clothes. Maybe they came from the Poor Docks or something like this.
Okay, do you see that dwarf here? He looks a little familiar, Simon. Do you remember where you saw him?
I've seen him a couple times around town. He either sells you peanuts or curses you out if you don't buy any.
Okay, well, we'll check it out since he is sort of locked on us with his eyes.
Alright, sure. I'll follow you on this one.
Alright, Peanut Man, what's going on?
So as you get yourself a little bit closer to this character, he walks towards the bushes of this house and starts yelling at you. Ah! So these trees are eating Button.
Jeez. Oh no, it's more anthropomorphic like things that want to kill us. Great.
I smell battle, but are we signing up for this or what?
Oh God, man. I wish I knew the laws were here. Why don't we go to the guardhouse and get some guards to come rescue Bud? How about that?
Okay, we'll get some, perhaps reinforcements before we engage, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on dying.
Oh no. Matt, what's going on? No.
You didn't let us run away.
Well, the guardhouse is going to be north on this screen. So you see Button here is on the left, getting attacked by these shrubs. This is Simon on the left and Sibo on the right, kind of walking into this scene. And you see these two other characters, one of them sort of whistling a tune. One of them seems to have all these funky, multicolored rags on his person. And they're walking in your direction. And they can also hear Button screaming, "Help! They've got me! Help, Button, please!" I'd like you to all roll initiative.
Hey, okay. I have 19.
19? Okay.
Yeah. What if Button's one of the Red Angels? Like, and you think about it, they're all, like, beggars are also perfectly placed because no one suspects them.
I want a metagame so bad. Anyway, that's a 6 for me on initiative.
Okay.
9.
9? Okay.
22.
22, holy cow. So the person who rolled 22, you get to do something first.
Okay, so the short little halfling who was whistling stops whistling, and runs over to Button, and then just kind of closes her eyes and kind of hums and casts sleep on the bushes holding Button.
Okay, hold on. So what's your speed?
My speed is 25.
25, so you can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can get right next to Button. So if you cast your sleep spell, it will also impact Button, unless you have some way to prevent Button from being attacked. So it depends on if you want him to fall asleep or not.
I thought
the way that sleep works is that 5d8 HP, I can make creatures with up to this number that I roll, from highest HP down, like fall asleep. So I can target creatures one at a time.
Yeah, you can, and that would actually work because Button has less hit points than these creatures. So you could aim at the shrubs around him.
Okay, I would like to aim at the shrubs around him, and that's 28 total.
Okay, so this one I'm putting an S, means it's sleeping. This one is also sleeping. This third one is also sleeping, and this fourth one is also sleeping.
Wonderful.
And is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Simon, you're next.
Alright, I'd like to walk cautiously over to where the bard is with Button and ask...
What's your speed? Is it 30?
Yeah. Could I walk farther up and less towards the bushes?
Like up here, you can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, maybe one down, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, like right there. And ask her what she did to the bushes. And if Button is okay.
Okay, so she'll be able to respond entirely on her next turn.
Alright.
The bushes, these 4 bushes can't do anything because they're sleeping. This one is going to move forward this way and attack the singing bard.
Oh my god, the bushes move.
Wait, so I have a question. So
Yes.
Cat rolled 28. Does that mean 28 creatures?
Like 28 hit points worth, right?
Yes, 28 hit points worth.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 28 creatures, which I thought she's gonna put every shrub to sleep.
No.
That will be insane.
That'd be great.
The first one misses. The next one uproots itself from its soil bed and also tries to strike at the bard. And hits for 1 point of piercing damage with the needles coming out of the green tendrils from the undergrowth. The next one is going to do the same thing and also attack the bard. And misses. The next one is going to go over here. And the last 2 are also going to move. This last one actually can try to strike Simon. And misses.
Nice.
So it's swinging at you with its tendrils, and it can't quite strike you with any of its thorny leaves. I think that we are now on Sibo.
I would like to cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
And middle being the so I'm gonna try to attack 5 shrubs.
Okay.
So the one that is in the middle, and then the halfling and Simon. So it's 2 columns below.
So this one and this one?
No. That being the center, and then it's doing all the 5, isn't it?
Yep,
Because
right.
they're within 5. Yeah. So I'm trying to aim at.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay. What's your spell DC?
DC.
Your spell DC? It's like the difficulty class of when you cast the spell. Should be on page 2 or 3.
You mean the spell level?
Your spell difficulty class. So get your spell difficulty. Give me a second. Spell. You roll d20.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that's not right. They're saving the spells. 8 plus your proficiency modifier, which is 2, and whatever ability modifier you have for dexterity.
Okay. So I roll d20.
Nope. You just tell me what. So what's your dexterity modifier?
Dexterity modifier is 16.
That's plus
3.
So your spell DC is 8 plus 2, because that's your proficiency, plus 3 because it's dexterity. So the total is 13.
Can you repeat that?
So your spell difficulty class is 8 plus 2, which is your proficiency. Plus
okay.
3, which is for dexterity.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So spell difficulty is 8, you said? Alright.
8 plus 2 plus 3, it's 13.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just go in order and roll for each of these plants.
Got it.
Only one of them saves, so the rest of them get hit. Sibo, can you roll a d10?
Yep.
And the rest of them are going to take some damage.
I got 5.
So you have struck 4 of these walking plants with 5 points of damage. So they're kind of withering a little bit. They're looking a little worse for wear from the hail of thorns that has fallen upon them. Well done.
Yay.
I'm going to go next to this other character who has entered the scene with apparently a rat in its pocket.
Okay, so I'm gonna get on all fours and run over to right next to where the other character that I don't want to say the name of is because.
Okay, this one.
No, I mean the other one. No,
Yeah,
I mean
you can do
the
that.
other. No, I mean the other one. The right there. And I'm going to attack the shrub in front of me.
Okay,
with
let's do it.
2 unarmed attacks.
So if you want, you can roll this with your dexterity bonus instead of your strength bonus.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the first one. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits, so go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I should really get an online dice roller. I don't have a D4, do I? It's somewhere in there. Oh, there it is. That is 6 damage.
Okay. So it's down to 4.
And I'm gonna do the second unarmed attack.
Do it.
That is a 23.
That hits.
Gonna hit it again, and that's 4 damage.
That is enough. Tell us how you kill this thing.
I run up to it on all fours and pull out my big meaty hands and scrape it to death. I mean, it's a bush, so it's kind of hard to scrape it to death, but I mean, like, you know.
Yeah, you like scratching it with your arms.
I'm like digging it up out the ground.
And you somehow sort of like chop it up into pieces as if you were a food processor. And what lays on the ground is like a pile of like asparagus-shaped spears from this bush, and the bush is dead.
What a messy kill.
Is that the end of your turn, or do you have a bonus action?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
The second hit was my bonus action.
Got it. So we're at the top of round 2, and the bard goes next. At this point, by the way, Button is incapacitated. He's sort of like passed out.
Aw, poor guy.
Yeah.
The bard is going to use her rapier. Gonna pull out her rapier and attack with that.
Which one?
And then, yes. And that is...
Oh, which one are you attacking?
the nearest one, the one that's just above Button.
Okay.
And that's a 23 to hit.
That hits, so tell us your damage.
And it does 4 damage.
Okay.
And then she'd like to use her other hand with her dagger and hack at the same bush.
Okay, go ahead and roll d20 again.
And that's a 17.
That hits.
And she does 7 damage.
Ooh, that's enough. Tell us how you murder this plant.
So even though her long rapier just kind of barely slices off the leaves, the dagger dives all the way down to the roots, and the plant just falls still.
Alright. So these 2 new characters are wiping out these bushes. I think for the bard, that's the end of your turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah, so then,
Okay.
Simon, you're up next.
Yes, I'd like to move right 1, then down 1, 2, 3, and then left 1. And
Okay, so if you go down one more, this one's gonna get an opportunity attack on you.
Oh,
So do you-
then never. I'll just stay right where I am and
Okay.
cast Thunder.
Okay.
So, I think that's gonna get the 4 bush square and the one that's right next to me.
But these 5 right here.
Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna affect. And then
Okay.
they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us what your DC is.
So, that's where I roll a d20, right?
What's the name of the spell again?
It's called Thunderwave.
Thunder.
Yes.
Gotta look it up. No, you don't have to roll a d20. So tell me what you're a wizard, so is it intelligence? Is your
Yeah,
Spell.
it's intelligent.
and what's your intelligence? Is it +3 modifier or +2?
It's a +3.
Okay, so your spell DC is 8 +2 +3. It's also 13, just like Sibo.
Okay.
So all these things have to beat 13 on Constitution. I'm just going to do them in order.
All right.
2 of them are unaffected, but your Thunder Wave manages to push. Let's see. Oh no, they're all affected. Yeah,
The
those
ones that
8 for your
made
damage.
they throw take
Yep.
6 damage.
They take
the
half.
ones the ones that didn't take 12 from what I rolled, and then the ones that didn't make the saving throw get pushed away by 10 feet.
Okay. So you killed 3 of them, and this one gets pushed back 10 feet, and this one gets pushed back 10 feet.
Okay.
So, well done, Simon. And they've also lost, so this one's now at 4 hit points left, and this one is now at 4 hit points.
Nice.
Hey.
Says the halfling.
Nice, very nice. We're on to Sibo next.
I am going to use my longbow
Okay.
and shoot diagonally, aiming at the shrub. The first shrub will be the one that is 1 down and 1 left of the halfling.
This one right here? Okay.
And I'm also trying to hit the one that is in the back as well.
Okay.
I'll try to be ambitious, but we'll see how it succeeds.
Go ahead and... So are you doing 2 attacks?
No, it's 1, but I was thinking because it's a shrub, it can pierce through and hit the other one.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I don't know that you're proficient enough to do that yet. But go ahead and roll a d20, and we'll see what we can do.
Because last time, like I remember in previous battle that I was able to weather whether it can catch a fire and hit another one or something.
Yeah.
So I thought this might have been similar plot, but
So the fire would be different from this because the tangle of vines and tendrils is too thick to shoot through to another one, whereas fire is sort of like open flame.
got it. So I'm aiming at that first one then.
Yeah, let's do it.
I got 22.
Ooh, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
3.
Okay, he's down to 1 hit point. I think that's the end of your turn,
That's
right,
a little-
Sibo?
Yeah, that's a little annoying. Wanted to kill it, but whatever.
All right, these things are... Well, this one's still asleep. This one's still asleep. This one got pushed back, so it's now going to attack the bard. And it hits for 3 points of piercing damage on the bard. This one is also going to attack the bard. And misses, and this last one is going to move toward the bard as well. And it 14. It misses. Okay, so after the shrubs go, Sibo already went back. The character with the rat in its pocket, you're up next.
Okay. I'm going to run to the one down, two spots down.
Okay.
And start attacking that one.
Okay.
Hit it with an unarmed strike.
Let's do it.
It fell. Stop falling. Sorry, I'm trying to roll dice and it keeps falling.
I really cannot wait to properly meet this character with the rat in his pocket, considering what he's
That's a
doing.
19.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. That is 6 damage.
Okay. Down to 4 hit points.
I'm gonna attack it. I'm gonna hit it again.
Okay, let's roll another d20.
That is a math 22.
That's another hit.
Gonna hit it again. That is 4 damage.
That's enough. Tell us how you take care of this thing.
Kinda same as before. I run up and tear it apart, dig it out the ground.
No more roots in the ground.
No
You're
more
dead.
roots.
All right. Folks, at the end of that round, we have 6 bushes dead, and it's the top of round 3. We're going to start this round with the bard.
And the bard is going to go for the bush to her left
Okay,
with her rapier.
let's do it.
And that is a 21 to hit,
That hits.
doing 5 damage.
You kill it. Let's go ahead and tell us how you kill this thing.
And the rapier slashes through, and the bush just floops into branches.
It floops. That's a great word.
Yeah. Thank you.
The branches fall in like a flutter of confetti as the bard whips her rapier around, almost as if she's doing a dance with it. It's kind of perfect. These 2 new
And
characters are definitely
does-
holding their own.
And she kind of puts the rapier up in the air, kind of in a successful little thrust, and then uses her dagger to stab at the other bush near her.
Ooh, go ahead and roll d20.
That's a nat 20 to hit.
Let's do double damage on this one. So whatever you roll, just
Alright.
multiply it by 2.
And that's 7 damage.
That is enough. It had only 1 point, so you really murder this thing with this dagger. It's almost like multiple jabbing thrusts, slicing it up until it is no longer moving. Well done, Bard.
And she
That's
bows.
the end of your turn, so we're going to turn next to Simon.
Let's see. You know what? Considering how effective the whole scratching at the bushes thing has been, I'm gonna cast the cantrip Mage Hand and send the Mage Hand over to scratch.
Mage hand.
Mage Hand.
And you're going to use it to scratch at the bush?
Yeah. Well, like, attack the bush, you know? Like, try to rip it apart. And...
So this is like an unarmed strike. It's like punching
Yeah.
and scratching.
Exactly.
Okay, so you go ahead and cast Mage Hand and throw the hand over. At which one? Which bush?
The bush towards the bottom bush.
Bottom bush. Let me see. That is 5, 10. Yes, you can do that. So the hand can't attack.
Oh, it
According
can?
to the spell, not according to the spell description.
Huh. Okay. I thought, you could just kind of make it do whatever you wanted, but that's not. Okay.
Do you want
I
to
guess
withdraw this and try something else?
yes. I'll throw a dagger at that bush.
Okay, go ahead and roll d20.
All right. D20. I got 13.
That's enough. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 4 damage.
Okay, so this thing is now awake, awakened from its slumber, but you do quite a bit of damage to it. And I think that's the end of your turn, right, Simon?
Yes.
Sibo, you're up next.
So I'm trying to move a little closer to the shrub. How
Here?
far can I go?
You got to tell me your speed. So it looks like 25.
25.
5 spaces.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the closest you can get.
I'll do one. So I'll move like 4 slots.
Okay.
So next, right underneath, yeah, to the rat person. I'm a little freaked out due to giant rat incident, but anyhow, I am going to use my longbow and shoot at the awake.
The one that's awake. Go ahead.
Yeah. And that's 14.
That's a hit. Tell us your damage.
And let's see, it's 7.
That's enough. Tell us how you kill this thing.
So I shoot it towards the middle where I guess it was like mouthy part is, and then it sort of growls like and dies.
All right. This shrub is still asleep, so it's now the martial artist's turn.
Running up to it, and I'm going to take out my sickle and start chopping it.
Okay.
That is a math 13.
That's enough. Go ahead and roll damage.
4 damage.
Okay, so you strike with your sickle, slicing off several branches. It's still alive. It's now awake.
I'm going to use my bonus action, Flurry of Blows.
Nice. That's 1 key point?
That's 1 key point.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a 19.
That hits.
And then I do 6 damage.
That's enough. Tell us how you kill this thing.
So I run up with my sickle in hand and I start chopping the leaves up before I take my other hand and plunge it into the ground, digging up the roots and finally pulling out the weed.
All right. This group has dispatched 10 awakened shrubs. I'd like you to each take 25 experience points.
Not bad.
And that concludes this particular battle. Button has now risen from unconsciousness, and he's looking at all of you, saying, "What happened? Where is Button? Who are you?"
You got kidnapped by giant talking shrubs. And they
But you're okay now.
That wasn't really a kidnapping. That was more you just kind of flailed over once they got near you.
Yeah, Button has a limp, so I do flail over sometimes. Thank you for rescuing me. Would you like some free peanuts?
Sure, why not?
I'll take some.
Peanuts for everybody!
Give me the peanuts.
Yummy, 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 yummy.
They are.
I'm gonna take the peanuts, and instead of taking my mask off, I'm just gonna shove them in my pocket.
Could the 2 new characters fully describe what they look like?
I am a cloaked figure wearing a mask wearing a wooden mask in the shape of a rat that has the word bat written on it. And
Are you like a cleric?
no, of course I'm not a cleric.
Oh.
And I got 2 little purple horns coming out the top of my head and 2 very long purple ears.
What class are you, if I might ask?
I'm a monk.
Oh, cool.
I beat things with my hands. I didn't know where I was going with that sentence.
Thank you, monk. My name's Button. What's your name?
Read the mask.
Button cannot read. Does it say mask?
It says bat.
Bat. Is that your name?
Yes, that's what I meant by read the mask.
Button cannot read.
That's my name. That's the point of what I was trying to get at.
Thank you for saving me, Button. Or Bat. Thank you for saving me, Bat.
You're welcome. It gave me more fighting experience, so...
And who are you? Who are you? The one with the voice.
Everyone has a voice button, except for mute people.
I'm Melody. And you are? Button, I presume?
I'm Button. Button Gwyneth. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, too.
Thank you for saving me.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Melody, could you go ahead and describe to the rest of the party what you look like?
Melody is a short halfling with tawny skin. She has her long hair is oily and brown, rather unclean, but tied up into a messy kind of looking bun. She has bright brown eyes and smiles, and you can tell that it's like the typical way her face is. She's wearing some scrapped together clothes and doesn't look like she eats a whole lot, and has, just pants and a shirt.
Wait, so you kind of look like you're starving? I'm confused.
I don't look like I'm starving, but I don't look like, I eat 3 meals a day, every day.
Button says, you look hungry, Melody. Would you like some more peanuts?
I would love some more peanuts.
Here, more peanuts for everybody.
Aww.
Thank you.
And Melody gives him a hug.
Oh, a hug!
That's frightening.
What are you up to?
I wish my sister was here. She gives the bestest hugs.
Aww. What's your sister's name?
Mutton Gwyneth.
Family's not too creative with the names, I see.
Button.
Wow.
No, we also cannot read. That could be why. But, whenever it rains in Rakxe, I get so worried because she was in the mining expedition to the tin mines and she never came back after they discovered skeletons. So I don't know if she's alive or not. My sister, I miss her so much.
Oh no.
Oh
Mutton, where are you?
Okay, I'm gonna begin to walk away slowly.
No, not the old way, Simon.
Simon doesn't want anything. Any interaction with anybody.
I thought you learned from your previous reactions.
Well, of course I've learned, but there's I don't think you think I've learned what I have learned.
You mean you're basically saying Button cannot throw you on the jail, so you're gonna just walk away.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't know if you're just wise or I think you are just, I don't know, playful now at this moment.
The button looks like he's kind of shivering in the rain, and he says, "It's too bad that the red eye is closed. We should go indoors. I'm gonna find my way home now. But thank you so much. And if you find my sister, please rescue her or tell her I'm okay."
Sure.
We will.
No
Bye.
promises.
Okay, stay dry and stop selling peanuts while it's pouring out, please.
Yeah, good point. Like, mustn't his peanuts be soaked?
But they taste good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go home and learn to read.
Good idea.
No, I'm just joking. I don't have any books. But I should get dry. Goodbye. Thank you for saving me from those plants.
Bye.
Bye, button.
Bye. And he kind of skips away towards the rich docks and disappears.
As he skips away, I'm gonna hunch over into a corner and start munching on the peanuts.
Man, I hope he doesn't die, because I mean,
They
he
taste
almost
pretty good.
got killed by a plant.
Okay, cool.
They taste pretty good. They seem to be honey roasted and lightly salted. Maybe there's a little bit of lavender or something in there. It tastes actually pretty good.
Man,
Okay.
Nuts
I'm gonna
I'm
for
just gonna-
peanuts.
Take
put
hers
my
and
mask
head over
back on.
with Bat to eat hers too.
I'm gonna hold off on eating the peanuts till I see what happens.
Well, you notice that the other two characters are sort of munching away. They seem to be quite happy, Simon.
That's good. That's good.
I'm gonna, while I'm still hunched over, I'm gonna pull out my rat and start talking to him.
Okay.
Start playing with him.
Is it a live rat or is it like a taxidermy or something?
Of course he's alive. Why would I keep a dead rat on me?
I don't know. I don't know if you're crazy or not. I just met you.
So, what are
Monk.
you guys doing in Rakxe?
I live here.
Ah, wonderful.
So do I.
Oh, cool.
That's about
Yeah.
it. We just live
This
here.
town is in shambles. So what have you guys been doing?
Well, I sing and make money and go get food, and that makes sure that we're safe.
I improve my fighting style every day.
Solid.
So are you guys buddies?
Yeah.
We live together. Even though we're homeless.
You're homeless.
Mostly boxes.
Ah. Well, I mean, we don't really have anywhere to stay at the moment because we were at the Red Eye and it just burned down. Although, I don't know, are we even allowed to go back to the monastery considering the fact that Toe's dead?
Can't hurt to ask.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm. I'm gonna whisper something to Melody and say, I don't really want to have those two sleeping in our boxes. They're kind of mine, and I don't want more people there.
Well, we
Melody nods.
we will. It has been a pleasure to meet you, gentleman and lady. I think there's something we need to go deal with at the police office.
Or his house?
The guard's house.
So how long you guys known each other? And then you guys are really good at fighting those
Yeah.
shrubs. You taught them some, lesson or two. Jeez.
True.
Again, I practice every day to hone my fighting style.
What is your fighting style?
It's a secret passed down from generations and generations of rats.
Mm.
Mm.
And I'm gonna crawl down on all fours and emulate rat movements.
Oh,
I'm dying.
that's an interesting stance you got there.
As the four of you are in conversation, a lady walks by and screams at Melody and Bat. Put on a charm! We're in the middle of a pandemic. Put on a charm already!
Are they not wearing charms?
Those Melody and Bat are not wearing charms currently, but the two, Simon and Sibo, are.
Okay.
I mean, I would if I made any money.
Yeah, how would we find the money to buy a charm if we can barely find the money for food?
You know what? I have actually not a bad idea. So, since you guys fight so well, how about you join the junior squadron of investigators?
What?
Why
That
would
would
we do
give
that?
you
Captain of the
that
guard.
would give you a few silvers per day. Would you be up for it?
That
Yeah,
would give us some silver.
it's very, very
That's a
simple.
good idea.
How many people do you fight per day? On a day-to-day basis, how
Well,
many people?
so investigation is not just about fighting, but it can involve fighting, so there's a possibility there.
Okay,
Also,
yeah, but
you
like how
get
much
to-
fighting? Question, how much?
Well,
I need you to quantify the amount of fighting.
in the past couple weeks, we've done far more than our fair share of fighting. It's often random things like those shrubs. Like, we got attacked by, like, a tree yesterday, you know. But in the job description, there does not there probably won't be an excessive amount of fighting. I'd
Actually,
say,
Sibo steps up and pokes at Simon and say, "I got this,"
okay.
and says, "There's a lot of fighting happening, so you'll get plenty of experience. No doubt about that. In fact, we lost a couple friends over these fights. So as long as you promise us that you're gonna stay alive and be good at fighting, I'm down for you to sign you up."
Okay, you've sold me.
Nice.
Alright. Why not?
All right. So shall we head to the guard's house?
Why don't we?
I guess. If that's where y'all are heading.
And I'm
Yeah.
discovered that I am like completely and utterly soaked, and
Yeah.
I'm no longer happy that I'm completely and utterly soaked because at one point I didn't care, but now it's just uncomfortable. So I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to dry myself off.
So, out of everybody in the party, you are the only one who seems to be dry. Even your clothes are dry.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
How did you do that?
I'm a wizard. I cast things and things happen. It's called magic. Want to be dry?
Which spell?
It's called Prestidigitation. It's not even a spell. It's only a cantrip.
Can you
I
do
think
that
I
on
can do
us?
that.
Yeah, sure. So I'll do it for each of them and dry them
Yeah.
all off.
So you clean and dry everybody off. Seems to have a wonderful effect on Melody.
Thank you! And she gives Simon a hug.
I'll be surprised and freeze and then awkwardly pat her on the back.
What is Bat's reaction to getting all clean and dry?
I appreciate your whatever that was, whatever kind of magic that was. And I'm
You're
just
welcome.
gonna stand stoically and not enter the hug.
All right, so the group of you are only about 2 minutes away from the guardhouse if you want to go in that direction.
Okay. Let's go in that direction.
I'll follow these new two randos.
At the front of the
I'll
guardhouse, you
hang
see...
back with that.
Okay. At the front of the guardhouse, you see two young men that you've met before, Britton and Lucra. And they look you up and down, and they realize that Sibo and Simon, are the junior investigators. And they ask you, oh, so did Oku send you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember what for now. She wanted us to pick something up, right? And
Well, you, and Lucra points at Sibo, you are due your pay.
oh, that was what it was. Oh, and it's raining, and Captain Oku said we could borrow some of your pelts.
Oh, yeah, we have pelts for the two of you, or are you with those people behind you?
Melon waves.
They recently did help us out with some anthropomorphic bushes that were attacking us, but I'm not entirely sure. Why don't you ask them?
Well, Melody waved, so I guess that's like yes.
Yes.
And what is Matt doing?
Give a nod.
Okay.
I'd like to
Nod.
turn around and ask them if I can trust that they will return the pelts when they're done with them.
Sure.
Like, do I have your word that if you do and if you don't, that I will have to get the monetary fix?
You have my word. I'm broke, so even if I did not return the cloak, I'd rather not be in debt to you.
Yeah, same with you, Melody?
You'll get it back.
Okay. Then yes, they are with us, and they will also have pelts. If you
Lucro waves the four of you over and says, "Come inside. You're getting wet. We'll get you your pelts."
Thank you.
The page that you had met previously comes down with 4 black fox pelts, and says, "Here you go. This will keep you dry the rest of your stay in Rakxe."
Thank you.
And she hands Sibo a small coin purse full of 8 silver pieces.
Thank you.
She says, "Good luck to you today. Looks like rain all day."
Yeah.
And by the way, were you gonna pick up the captain's invitation? I have it for you.
Yes, we were. Thank you.
And she hands it to Sibo and Simon and says, "Sorry, we only have one. I guess you have to figure out who wants to go to the party.
That's
Or
perfect.
maybe you can find more invitations in town. I don't know."
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck out there.
All right.
So Simon's gonna hold on to the invitation, or who's holding?
I can hold on to it.
Okay.
Will we see you there tonight then?
Oh.
Are you guys invited?
Well, after the inn burned down, I don't think Yelisa can make it anymore.
But she's dead.
So you're gonna be the entertainment.
Yep.
Well, you might see one of us, or both of us, hopefully.
I hope so. What are your names?
I'm Simon. The orange.
And I'm Sibo.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
What
to meet
now?
you.
Likewise. So, how tall are you guys?
Very.
I'm a solid, I don't quite know actually. More like maybe almost 3 foot?
Oh. A little fella, just like me.
Yeah! Go short people! And she gives him
Yes.
for a high five.
Nice.
High fives back.
So, we're let's see. We gotta get you two hooked up so you can get money, and I think the primary objective right now is to try to find out who the Red Angels are, right?
Yeah, but before, so you guys are homeless and just wandering around Rakxe, and when all these disasters were happening, like, what were you guys doing?
Again, wandering around, training, fighting, hanging out with the rats.
Singing, performing, earning money, eating food, spending time with Bat.
Are you guys partners?
No.
Yes?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll give that solid maybe then.
Yeah, I know for a while we've been planning to go check out the skeletons in the tin mines, because we think that might be a source of the current problem. But I don't know if that's... Because, let's see, what can we do? We could try to interrogate Emerald, which didn't turn out very well the first time. We could go out to, the islands in the harbor. Or we could go check out the tin mines, or we could wander around and check out the different scenes of the crimes.
So I would like to meet. Well, I would like to introduce these two newcomers to Captain Oku to see if we can appoint them as new junior investigators, so they can earn some money that I promised them. So that will be the priority, and we'll take it from there. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
So I get that Bat is very serious about his fighting training and fighting skills. What about you, Melody? What is important for you?
Well, I like seeing the world, and I love performing.
What can you perform?
I had some instruments, but when my ship went down, I lost all of that, and now I've just got my voice.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. What kind of ship were you in?
Sailing ship? I don't know.
Who are you
We were
traveling
seeing
with?
the world.
Who are you traveling with?
A bunch of sailors? They were all mostly human. All
I
human,
see.
actually, I think.
Were they nice to you?
They were very nice to me.
That sounds nice. Where you come from?
I'm from a tiny town. You have definitely not heard of it. I'm actually not from there, but the middle of nowhere outside of that tiny town. I was raised on a farm.
Oh, nice. Do you have any siblings?
Nope, just me.
I see. And how about you, Bat?
Which question?
Do you have any siblings? Where you from?
No, here. Yeah.
So how long have you guys been staying in Rakxe?
Since I was a child, a baby.
Oh.
Since the shipwreck?
Oh. And when was that?
When was that? He turns to Boo.
You mean Bat?
Bat.
All my characters have 3 letters and start with a B.
It's gonna be hard to remember.
Sorry.
I don't know, a while ago. I don't really think that much about it. Years ago? I don't know.
So while this all disasters were happening, were you guys all safe, or did you have to fight some of the stuff?
What do you mean?
There were weird creatures around this town, including tree that is attacking us, and there were giant owl, and there were giant rats, which I'm still a little traumatized by. But anyways.
But why?
Have you encountered any of those?
Why would you be traumatized by the rats?
I almost died because they try to chew me up. So yeah, it was not a good trip. Let's say that.
Clearly, the rats had some kind of purpose.
Yeah, and I'm a tiny
Yes,
gnome,
that-
so what am I gonna do against giant rats, right?
Right.
Friend them like I did. Come on. Clear answer.
I would like, so Sibo would like to ask one of the guards, when would Captain Oku be back?
She is mighty busy. She's got a lot on her plate, given what happened to the red eye last night. And I don't know what time she's coming back. Yeah, the red eye burned on fire last night. Didn't you hear?
No. Well, I knew Yelisa was dead, but
That's the cause of death, I think. She got trapped, perhaps.
she turns to Bat. Can we go look for anything that she had or anything like that?
Like scavenge?
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait, so you guys want to go out in this pouring rain again?
The rain doesn't really bother me. I live in a box. The weather really doesn't affect me that much.
I don't know, I'm thinking. So, seems like Captain Oku, who can appoint you as junior investigator, seems to be busy right now. So, I was thinking, what do you guys want to do? Any ideas?
I personally
Again.
want to check out the tin mines, but I don't know if that's exactly what we ought to be doing now.
I don't know what's at the tin mines, but
Skeletons or other things that might kill us.
why would we be going to get skeletons? They're already dead.
Well, the skeletons might be alive and they might be trying to kill us, but I think the main idea is that there might be something there that's causing all these dead things to show up. Yeah.
Lucra says, I'm scared of skeletons, and scared of wolves, and scared of whatever is attacking people here in Rakxe. Who do you think the Red Angels are, and why do you think something wants them dead?
I have no idea.
You must have some idea, otherwise Oku wouldn't have hired you.
You know, I'm not entirely sure why she hired me, even though I appreciate it.
Was it only for the money? Are you only in it for the dough?
I'm not actually getting paid.
Interesting. Well, whatever arrangement you have, you must have some ideas about who might be the Red Angels. I was so shocked to find out Jamos was one of them. I really looked up to that guy.
No, I'm shocked too. Do you have any ideas?
Sometimes I listen to what Tomek says, but Tomek has a giant list of names that he keeps.
Right. That's what
And on any given day, he has a list of totally different people on there.
Huh. Why don't we go talk to Tomek? Remember, we were supposed to talk to Tomek about Rudavinta, and I just completely forgot.
Tomek knows a lot of stuff. I trust that guy.
Yeah, he's gifted us many fun little objects. Why don't we head over to Tomek's? That was the original plan before it completely slipped my mind.
Okay, so how far is the Tomek's?
Tomek's is just another few minutes down the street on the way to the Ridden House.
And how far is the tin mines?
Oh, you have to go to the northern entrance of town, which you haven't seen yet, and then it's another 2 hours with a cart and a horse or something.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hit the Tomek's.
Let's.
So Lucra waves you goodbye and says, "Don't bring any skeletons my way.
We won't. Have a good day.
All right, and stay dry. And get some charms, you two. There's something dangerous happening in this city."
Again, I am poor and homeless.
We can't afford to.
Ask your friends. They're not.
How much were the charms?
It was like 5 coppers or something.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 coppers is 1 silver, or?
Yeah.
I forgot the currency.
Yeah, silver is a dime, copper is a penny. Yep.
Okay, so is there any place I can purchase those for them?
Well, the last time you purchased some blue charms was in the town square near north of Emeren's shop.
So that's not in the direction of Tomic's house?
No, Tomic is just a couple doors down.
Yeah. Maybe Tomic has some. Maybe we can get some free off Tomic.
You might.
Okay, we'll hit the Tomics then.
Lucre says, alright, so promise me no skeletons, no giant rats, don't bring anything back this way.
We won't.
Alright, so the party makes their way to Tomic's house. Some of the runic drawings in chalk have been washed away by the rain. And you can see, because it's not that bright out, it's not a sunny day, you can see some candles are lit inside, and you can see a dwarvish-sized figure kind of humming to himself.
Knock, knock.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's there?
It's
It's
Simon.
Debo.
Oh, come on in.
Thank you.
And hey, who are these two?
This is Melody.
These are my...
Debo, you got new friends every day. You get around fast in Rakxe.
No kidding.
We sure do.
I'm Melody.
Oh, Melody, I know you.
Yeah. We've seen each other before.
He gives you like he rustles your hair and kind of pats you on the head and says, "Come on in, get dry." And
Thank you.
And your friend, what's your name?
Bet.
I'm Tomic. Tomic the dwarf. Come on in.
Tomic, we had a couple questions for you. We're wondering if you don't mind answering them.
If you don't mind me eating my parsnip soup, I'm happy to answer your questions.
Of course not.
Yum, yum, yum. Parsnip soup.
We were wondering what you knew about Rugovinta before she came to Rakxe, and also or if she's been born here all of her life, and also about who she would generally associate with the Red Eye Inn.
Ooh, that's a lot of questions. I'll tell you this. Rugovinta's been living here her whole life.
Alright.
Who does she hang out with? Well, she's dead, sadly.
I know.
I know she used to hang out a whole lot with Emeren the tailor. I know you know him.
We do know him.
They used to gossip loads and loads about all the people in town.
Yeah?
She also used to play a card game with some of the guards in town.
Yeah? Which guards?
Gee, I wrote it down on a note on a piece of paper. Let me search my jacket to see if I can remember the name. It was one of the male guards, you know. Oh, you weren't here last year, were you?
I was not here last year.
Let me see if I can remember. Well, sit. Does anybody want some parsnip soup, by the way? It's almost lunchtime.
I'm happy to take a bowl of parsnip soup. Thank you.
Here you go, Simon.
Yes, please.
And Simon, don't put this one in your hat.
I will not.
I don't understand that joke.
Remember,
It's an insider joke.
That sounds
don't
stupid.
worry about it.
Yeah, it's a silly tale. But anyways, I'll take the soup as well. Thank you.
Yeah, here you go. I'll make a mean parsnip soup.
Thank you.
It does have some nice flavors.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Simon, the guard that was friends with Rugovinta who played cards, his name was Trechnor.
Trechnor. Thank you.
Yeah, we buried, the town's guard buried him not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah. He died the same day Gemos died.
Really?
Yeah,
Who did, do you know how he died?
by fire.
But, like,
Something that can cast a fire spell. or fireball or firebolt. It took out Gemos and Trechner and Amanda and Kalamato.
Do you remember where they were when they got burnt?
They were all in the guard's house, I reckon. That's where they found the bodies.
Thank you. That's extremely helpful.
You're welcome. I don't know. Rukovinta, I think, had some kind of deal with some of the rich families in town, like, you know, catering and stuff like that. A couple of the cooks decided not to stay in Rakxe anymore once those murders started happening, and Rukovinta swooped in and got some of the business.
That's interesting.
Isn't it? Might be the connection there she's got with the Orso family or the Rakxe family. Something she's cooking.
Right.
But she's not. She didn't have the nicest of personalities. So I don't know if she had very many other friends than that.
That does make sense.
I'll tell you this though, Sibo. Whoever the Red Angels are, they must have a connection to one another. And that's what I can't figure out. If Egum's one of the Red Angels, how is Egum connected to Gemos and to Rukovinta? I don't know what the connection would be.
Well, presumably they were all born here. I mean, considering what the Red Angels stands for.
Simon, could you make an insight check, please? I'm sorry, investigation check.
Investigation. Oh, nice. Alright. One moment. Okay, I got 15.
Simon, you're onto something. With your hypothesis that the 3 Red Angels that Tomek just mentioned were all born in Rakxe.
Oh, yes. I don't see why you would be a member of a group whose sole aim is to save Rakxe's heritage if you weren't born there, considering how anti-strangers it is.
That is a really good point. So, if that's true, that would rule out Emerin, because Emerin was not born here.
He wasn't.
I don't think so.
See,
What about Captain Oko?
Captain Oko was not born here. She's from southern Virlinia.
So, who else was born here that we know of?
Well, most of this town was born here in Rakxe.
Are you born here?
Yep.
What about the tall guard, Kanuta?
I don't really know very much about Kanuta, but I'm pretty sure he's been born here. The Rakshas would not hire an outsider, you know.
Good
really?
point.
I think they have a preference to hire their own, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
That would make a whole lot of sense.
One day, I saw Belthew, you know, the Gallic speaking guard. He was at the bar, and Sindra Rakxe had a very angry look on her face when he was speaking a different language. And I thought, that's not fair. Lots of people here speak different languages. No need to be so angry at someone who wasn't born in Rakxe.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I wonder if the Rakshas are actually funding the Red Angels. There's an idea. I mean, the town is named after them.
And they would have motive, right?
Yeah.
And we're going tonight.
We are.
Tonight? To the party?
Well, the bar definitely is. We have to find a way to get both of us in on one invitation.
Well, how many more invitations do you need?
One more, I think. Because Bat, you can go in with the bard, right?
Yes, I can be bodyguard.
Well, tell you what. I bet you could exchange this magic item for an invitation. You might recognize it, Simon. It's called the Wand of Smiles.
Oh, yes. I recognize.
Just bring it to the guards at the Rakxe house and trade it for an invitation. They like collecting things like this. I'm sure they will let you in.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Sibo hold on to it if you don't mind.
I have no issue with that.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it since it was viral last time. In a very inappropriate timing.
Mm-hmm. Well,
what are you up to today?
I'm just fooling around with these other magical items that I got.
Oh, what do you got?
It's called a Mug of Regrets. I think I showed it to you yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds
Didn't you
like
say it was a little dangerous?
It's mighty dangerous and mighty fun.
Seems like you have a lot to regret.
I've lived a very long life, son.
That sounds like a stupid magic item to try out. But whatever. I'm not responsible for your safety, so do whatever you want with it.
As long as I'm in the confines of my own home, I won't really have regrets. There's not that much trouble old Tama could get into.
Well,
I beg to differ, but okay.
Don't hurt yourself, okay?
I'll try. I haven't died yet, knock on wood.
I hope you don't.
Yeah. So, I guess you guys are gonna go to the party tonight, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Do
What
you
time
need
is
any
the party?
7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that.
What time is it now?
It's around 11:30. You got the whole day ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you gonna wear those clothes to the party? And he's looking at Melody and Bat in particular.
Yes.
Yes?
I don't know if the Rakshas are gonna let you in dressed like that. You gotta change your clothes?
Not taking off my clothes.
No.
Wait, that's not how I meant it. Never mind.
You know Emerin the tailor, right? He could whip you up a nice new outfit.
Would he charge us something?
Probably.
Would I still? Will he make a mask for me?
Probably.
Okay.
Oh, and Tomic, I wanted to ask, do you have any leftover or extra, what are those things called? Charms?
I don't, I'm afraid. But it looks like you two could use some of them because you're not wearing any.
Yeah, it's been a problem a little bit.
You should probably go to the town square and get some. Get some soon before it gets too late.
It's not really that much of a problem. It's just a couple, weak people saying wear a mask or wear not a mask. No, that's not no. I thought of people complaining about other people not wearing masks, and then it crossed my brain. I meant not wearing
charm.
A blue charm.
Charms, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, my brain just donked out for a second. My bad.
Maybe you should have some more of my parsnip soup. It'll bring your brain back to a very nice and healthy state.
Okay, fine. Give me some soup.
Here you go.
Yes, please.
Here you go.
Pocketing the soup.
What?
Soup for everybody.
How does that work?
Okay.
Pocket peanuts and pocket soup, huh?
Pocket soup.
Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No, that'd be it for me.
All
That's
right. Well,
everything, I think. Thank you.
if you can come up with any new hypotheses for what could be connecting the Red Angels or who the remaining Red Angels are, come tell old Tummick.
We sure will.
All right. Well, good luck out there and stay dry.
Thank you.
We sure try.
Okay.
All right. Bye now.
So, where are we heading now?
To the tailor's, right?
Yeah, to get clothes.
And then we can get
Should
a
we go to
charm.
the tailor or should we go to the town square first?
They're right next
Nah.
to each other.
Oh, okay.
In that case, we'll go to town square first.
So, but to get to the town square, you're gonna pass the tailor shop. It's on the way.
Then let's go to the tailor shop.
Yeah.
Can we go to the tailor's?
Okay.
If you really don't want to go, you can stay outside.
You could go get us the charms while we go to the tailor's.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I'm also kind of traumatic over splitting up the party, so I guess we'll move together.
Why don't
So, yes, why don't we go to the tailor shop first?
Okay.
Why not?
They're right next to each other, though. Nothing bad probably will happen. And if
You
Yeah.
could
bad-
stand guard outside the door.
Good
Okay,
idea.
I'll go get the charms while you guys get some new fancy clothes. So we'll walk up there and then split in front.
Okay, so the gang makes their way all the way to Emeren's shop. Currently says that it's closed, but Simon, Bat, and Melody are like knocking on the door.
Yes.
You hear a man from the inside kind of yell at you. What do you want?
Clothing.
I need a clothes for tonight.
Oh, customers. Okay, then. And Emeren opens the door. Very tall man with white hair and glasses. And he says, clothing tonight. Come on in, let's talk. You could tell he has bags under his eyes, and he's like wiping away tears or snot or something.
See, this is why Sibo should talk to this guy.
What's wrong?
Just miscommunication. Don't worry about it. What can I do for you, halfling?
Well, you can tell from my clothes that it's not like I look great. And I'm
Is this true?
supposed to go... Yeah. And I'm supposed to go perform for the Rakxes tonight.
Oh.
So, I need clothes that would at least get me through the door. And if it looks silly or something, I can deal with that. I just need to look presentable. But...
He puts his face in his hands and says, I'm sorry. Just your height reminds me of somebody, and I was making him an outfit that I thought would look really nice. So I do have an outfit that's prepared that's in your exact size. It's meant for a gnome, male gnome, but if you don't mind, I could give it to you for free because I don't want it in the house anymore. It's a long story.
I'll take the outfit if you let me sing something for you.
Oh, maybe something about love would be nice.
Look, before you do that, can you just make my stuff?
What would you like, sir?
I would like some sort of more presentable version of what I'm already wearing. Something that's presentable but also hides everything.
Now, would you say you're more of a jester or a gentleman?
I'm a warrior. I fight people.
Warrior. Are we talking leather, steel?
Okay, maybe not actual armor. I can't wear that.
Oh,
But just something that looks intimidating but also hides face.
would you like tight cloth shirt with a skull in the center of it and a cream-colored cape that you could wear over your shirt?
Sure. Yeah, can you make me a mask too?
A mask? A mask in the shape of what?
In a rat? The shape of a rat.
Like a rat's nose.
No, just like a full rat face.
A full rat's face.
Yeah,
The
like
size
the
of
one
your
I have
face.
right now. Yes.
Ooh,
Like the one
you're-
I'm wearing right now.
You're interesting. Well, sir, yours will run to about 3 gold pieces to make such an outfit, but I can do it.
I'm gonna look over to Simon and be like, give a thumbs up
Alright.
to the 3 gold.
3 gold, yes.
I am gonna be like, look, would it be possible for you to do something a little bit simpler for 2 gold?
You roll a persuasion check, please,
Yes.
Simon.
Okay, I got an 11.
Emran says, with such fine gentlemen as you in my establishment, normally I might say yes, but under the circumstances of the pandemic that's going on, I really can't lower my prices much more than that.
I see.
If I sing a second song for you, would you lower the price?
If it stirs my heart in the direction it wants to go, then perhaps.
Man, you're lonely.
See, this is why we need to get Sibo back.
Bard, sing. Sing and get my mind off of minor distractions.
My heart is offered still to you. Oh, now woe and deep despairing, be not to constancy untrue. Say one farewell, my sorrow.
Could you roll a performance check, please? That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. That was great.
Could you also roll a performance check, please?
Yes. 12.
Everin starts to cry, and he's becoming a very blubbering mess. His
Oh
face
my
is in his
God.
hands,
God.
and he says, Bard, that was exactly what I needed.
You better not cry on my clothes.
He goes over and hugs him gently.
You hug him at the same part of my leg that he used to.
See, like this, like, come on, we gotta find a way to get Sibo back. This is.
I don't understand why you want Sibo back so bad.
Tell you what.
I'm gonna say Sibo really loud so he hears it.
Tell you what, Mr. Monk. How about no skull? And I'll do it for 2.5 golds.
Sure.
Fine.
Okay,
Adequate.
so Simon's paying for this?
Hold on a second.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, but wait, Emerald.
Yes.
What would you do if we got Sibo to come back?
I don't want to see him right now.
You don't?
No. Could you roll an insight check, please?
Okay.
He's kind of like
Melody,
rolling his eyes.
I got an 18.
He says to you, if I saw him right now, I don't know if I could bear the embarrassment.
Really? Alright.
If you had time for tea, we could talk about it, but I have an outfit to make.
Right.
Make outfit.
Do we really have to get new outfits?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, where are you going tonight? Party at
The
the
Rakshas.
Yeah, there's a couple of people going there. Ladro's going there. Hobble's going there. I didn't get an invitation. Fancy that.
Hmm.
But, Monk, I can finish your outfit in about 3 hours. If you want to come back here before it gets dark, we can do a fitting and be sure that it's functional for you.
Okay,
Alright,
you got
fine, I'll pay for it.
it. Thank you.
Thank you for that
wizard.
lovely song. It moved me in such a way that I think I'll need to be by myself a little later on.
Hmm.
I understand. I'm glad you like my singing.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No.
Not
I don't
really.
think so, thank you.
Okay, well, I'll see you all later.
Okay, goodbye, sad person.
Bye.
Feel
Bard,
better.
Bard, do
Yes?
you want to keep your old clothes, or do you want me to just dispose of them?
You can dispose of them.
Okay. Well, I think you'll look very cute in this outfit.
Thank you.
I would like to keep all of my clothing, as it is mine.
I'll see you all later.
Goodbye.
Meanwhile, Simon, Sibo has found that guy Seal, which had sold the party some charms the prior day. And Seal says it's however many charms you want, it's 3 coppers apiece.
Get 2, please.
Okay, 6 coppers. Hand it over. And do you want to buy a
Thank you.
secret or
How much is the secret?
1 gold?
How about I give you a little bet?
A bet.
Yes.
Tell me.
If you can win me over arm wrestling, I'll pay you a gold for the secret. If I win, you pay me gold and the secret.
So this guy's about 6 foot tall, and he's towering over you. And he says, "If you win, you could never win against me. I'm 3 times the size of you."
We'll see how that goes.
Fine. Let's wrestle.
All right.
So he finds a dusty wooden table that's not wet from the rain, puts his arm up, and says, Okay, Ranger, let's go for it." And he spits in his hand, rubs them together, and says, "Let's arm wrestle."
Right. And here's a little trick. Sibo is gonna do a little cantrip called Minor Illusion.
Hmm.
And then it's gonna emulate his body, his arms slowly growing big and covering the other opponent's hand over him and just squeezing really hard even before the match.
I don't think you can feel minor illusion. So it's just gonna not
Yeah.
feel like anything.
But before they touch hands, Seal can see the hand getting bigger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for minor illusion to happen, so when they touch, that's when they realize it's not working, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But before
So
you touch, he might think that it's real.
okay. So can I just make my right arm really like growing big, almost towards the ceiling?
Uh-huh. I think so. I need to make an intelligence check, I think. Right.
You're not gonna scale the rest of your body? just your arm?
Yeah.
Seal says, yeah, good luck with that. And he keeps his arm straight up.
You're gonna lose.
So
On the
we're
count of-
wrestling?
Yeah, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm struggling. Could you go ahead and roll a strength check, please?
This might need a strength save with how bad he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 22!
You got
Nice.
21. So, Sibo, you now have the advantage on him, slightly pulling in your direction. And this guy cannot believe it, that you're doing this. Go ahead and roll a second strength roll.
I got 19.
With your with a swift move, you almost pin him all the way down to the table, and he can't believe it that this little gnome is beating a half elf. Go ahead and
This is amazing.
roll one more strength check, one final strength check.
Okay. Oh no, it's 7.
Okay, he got a 17. So he's starting to pull back up, and he says, "I knew it! I knew it!" Sibo, roll one more strength check.
And that's 20.
He got a 19. So you're back to pinning him almost to the ground, almost to the table. Roll one more strength check.
Please, please. I got 10.
And with that, you pin his arm to the table, and he jumps and says, "No way!
This is amazing.
No way that this little ranger could beat me in arm wrestling. Go back to wherever you came from." And he throws the blue charms at you and says, "I don't want any further business with you.
What about my gold, though?
Have a good rest of your day." He tosses the gold in your direction and says, "Take the gold. Don't ever speak of this again." And he kind of runs off towards the west and disappears.
So he never told you the secret?
So at this point, the rest of the party has reunited with you, Sibo, in the center of the square. The rain's coming down, so the four of you are kind of like underneath the awning of a building, not getting wet. But you're all back together.
Sibo, give the charm.
Yep, I got charms for you, and I earned 1 gold out of the whole deal, so it's a good day. Woo!
Yeah.
Nice.
Good for you.
Thank you. Kisses his right arm.
Mm-mm. You're not
Walking
I
from
can
the
take you.
eastern part of the square is a little girl that you saw yesterday. A 17-year-old girl with like freckles. She was a fisher. She has blue eyes, and she sees Simon and Sibo and says, "Hey, it's the Four Stooges."
Yes.
That what you call yourself?
It was
Terrible
a joke.
name.
Yeah.
What's up? Want some more fish? Let's
I'll
make a
pass.
deal.
Thank you.
Let's make a deal. I got some fish.
Simon, I feel like well, you know what? Actually, Melody, since you look so cheerful, how about you take this one?
Okay, well, did you know that the inn burned down and Rakxe's having a party tonight?
Huh. I don't know anything. I live in a poor dock. No one tells me junk.
She puts her hand on the girl's shoulder and says, "I totally understand. But I've been spending the day with these guys, and they know a bunch of stuff. And apparently, Rakxe's having a party tonight. I'm going to be singing there. And since the inn burned down, there might not be anyone to offer food. So if you really want to make a deal, you could go see Rakxe." Or
You
I
mean-
could suggest that.
I could see Rakxe himself. What would he ever want to do with a little fisher girl like me?
Buy fish for the huge party he's throwing tonight?
Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. She's like scratching her hair and kind of looking nervously left and right. I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay. Well, that's alright.
I mean, if you think I had a shot of getting Dayon to look at me and think I was pretty, then maybe I'd consider it.
Well, I think you're pretty. For whatever that's worth.
I mean, you don't look like you have money or or a big house to stay in, so thanks.
Sure. Could we have some fish if I sang for you?
Does your singing come with cover?
No.
Then not today.
Alright, well, what's your name, by the way?
I'm Lolly.
Lolly. M. Nice to meet you.
I am. And you have any coppers?
Nope, just as much as you.
I haven't had a really good day today. It's rainy, no one's outside, my hair looks awful.
Melody turns to Simon and says, prestidigitation. And then she casts prestidigitation on Lolly.
To do what?
Wait,
Clean her off.
M is casting it or asking Simon to cast it?
M is like remembering that Simon did this before and like remembering the name of what it was and then casting it herself.
She can do that?
She can.
Okay. So,
That's
with-
why she
with-
asked earlier.
with like a dab and some movement with your fingers, Lolly is like all clean and dry for a moment.
They're surprised at Melody.
She smells slightly less of fish.
You can do that?
Yep. I mean, you saw those shrubs fall asleep back there. That was me too.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't know you could, like, mimic other people's spells.
I can't. I just happened to have the same spell and didn't know how to use it before.
Oh, really? Well, I'm glad I taught you how to.
Thank you.
Maybe you could combine that spell and get Dayon Orso to think that I'm pretty.
What is with your fascination with him thinking you're pretty?
Because if we got married, I could move out of the shacks, you know?
You could just become a fighter and, like, fight people for money. Or, like, do a talent.
I'm not that talented in anything but fishing.
Do you have any pretty dress that you can dress up?
No.
Is there anybody who can give you the dress?
No. My mama died a long time ago.
Damn, okay, saying it that casually.
I'm kind of over it. I've grieved the loss.
Fair enough.
I've been on
Do
my
you
own.
have any dress?
I'm so
No.
sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well,
And-
if you guys don't want any fish, then I'll see you later.
How much
Have a
are for
good
the
day.
fish?
1 copper each.
How many you have today?
I got 4 fish with me.
Yeah?
1 for each.
You know
of you.
what? You know what? I'll make a good day for you. How about I give you 5 coppers?
Wow! Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure. You know, like if it made you a nice day, I'm very happy for it.
Yay! And she gives you all the fish. She takes the copper and says, "Wow, that was so nice. Come find me tomorrow. Maybe I'll have more fish tomorrow."
Or perhaps you would spoil yourself for a little tiny dress.
Are you trying to say something about my clothes?
No, perhaps you can look nice in front of the rich people, and perhaps you get snatched.
I'm not going to the party tonight. I don't have an invitation. I don't really know anybody there.
Can you dance?
No.
But can you do anything besides fish?
I can count. I can count to 40.
Okay, that's not that impressive. Look.
Hey, I taught myself without a mother.
Yeah, okay, and I taught myself how to speak English without any parents.
Oh, I can do that too.
But you're already speaking. Never mind.
Can you walk like a nice, like lady?
If I only had a lady figure in my life to look up to, maybe I could, but I'm all alone.
Perhaps you can use some practice.
Well, it was nice talking to you. Good luck at your party.
Thank you.
Well, thank
Good luck,
you.
Rakxe.
Thanks for the coppers.
My pleasure.
All right.
I'm pocketing the fish. Gonna put it in my soup and leave it there.
With some leftover peanut pieces on top.
Some leftover peanut pieces on top.
Peanuts and soup and fish. What a combo.
Is this for wasabi?
I was planning to have some too. I just don't want to take off my mask.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Right.
That's some gourmet pocket you got going there.
Yeah.
Did we want to do anything else? Other than
Since
go to the
we
mine?
ate- Since we ate lunch at Tomek's, are we just saving fish?
I mean, I don't
Or
want
are we cooking it?
I don't want to
I don't
eat
know.
mine in front of you.
Now.
Could we
How
maybe
about
go see if there's anything at the Red Inn place where Yelisa worked?
Well, that's burnt down. I mean, we can check it out.
There's got to be something.
Okay, we'll go there. I think that's a good idea, but we'll not enter right away. We'll see if Captain Oku and all the other guards are there, and if they're not there, then we'll search.
Well, remember? Oh, right.
So you make your way back to the Red Eye, and there's Captain Oku is still there. There's still a cadre of Town's Guard, and they're kind of inspecting things, moving some of the lumber, but it doesn't look very much different from this morning.
Well, I'll say,
And most
I think it would be possible for us to look to see if we could find any of the effects of our friend.
I mean, it's raining, Simon.
I know.
It's a little too dangerous today. If we knew a wizard with very powerful magic, then perhaps it would be possible. But I think we have to delay how thorough our search is until tomorrow.
What does very powerful magic mean?
Magic that could move or eliminate all this lumber and stonework and parts of the inn that collapsed.
I mean, I can try something, but I don't know if it would be helpful.
What is it?
Well, I have a spell called Thunder Wave, and so if I stand in one spot, I can make everything move like 10 feet away from me. I don't know if that would help uncover anything.
If you could do that times 1,000, then
Yeah, no, I can only do it once.
yeah. Thanks for the offer.
Well,
Any
So
updates
Sibo
on who you think the Red Angels are?
So meanwhile, the conversation is happening. Sibo is going to grab Bat's and Melody's hands and then come forward
Okay.
and say, I Captain Oku, I actually have a very good candidates for junior inspectors or investigators. If you're looking for some.
I mean, not today. You can't. Maybe you could see. I've really got my hands busy. My whole team is working on this.
But wouldn't more hands mean we'll figure this out sooner?
Sibo, make a persuasion check, please.
$17.
She says, in an ideal world, yes. But this work of the multiple murders that took place on the residents of the Red Eye and the staff of the Red Eye, that just takes precedence over hiring new staff to train or work with tonight. So I'm afraid that question will have to be answered on another day.
Captain,
Okay.
Yes.
even if you don't give us the pin. Oh, I'm Melody, by the way. But
Good day.
Good day. Even if we don't have the pin and we're not officially investigators, I'm going to be performing at the party tonight, and I've heard that you're all trying to go to figure something out about these murders. I was friends with Yelisa, and she died here, and I would be happy to help dig through these things. And my friend here, Bat, points to Bat, he's tall and strong, and maybe he could help move things. Would you hire us and pay us, even without the formalities until we solve the basic present problem?
Melody, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
12.
Captain Oku shakes her head and says, on a different day perhaps, but today the work is too risky to take on brand new people who could get hurt from picking up these heavy pieces of lumber, and who knows what other creatures lie underneath. We've heard reports this very morning that there were some plants that had come to life very close to the guardhouse. That frightens me greatly. So to put some strangers in potential danger is not where my mind is today, I'm afraid.
Well, if you can think of a task for us, we'll be at the party tonight. Or at least I will, and you can let us know then.
Tell you what, if you can find out any information at the party, bring it back to me tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
Praise be to the Raven Queen. Good luck, and stay dry.
Same to you.
Alright, so it's now about 3 o'clock. To get to the Rakxe house takes about 45 minutes by foot outside the house because they live outside and you have to walk up past the trade office. It's probably time you could go back to Emeren's to check to see on the Bat's new outfit. You could also take a short rest if anybody needs to take a short rest and restore any spell slots or hit points.
I think we should go over to the place to check on the outfit. Because I'm good on short rest, because I didn't get hit at all.
What about Melody? Melody got hit a few times.
I'm not too hurt. I'm not expecting us to be viciously attacked tonight.
Well,
I hope not.
That's what you'll think.
we rather consistently get viciously attacked, so I wouldn't be so confident.
But you'll be there.
Yeah, we won't be apart, so hopefully that would, seal the deal on our fate.
Hopefully.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So you want a short rest, or do you want to come with to get the clothes?
So I'll wait for all of you when you're I'll wait for you outside of Taylor shop while you get all your stuff. How about that?
But I thought you were scared to split the party. Come on, be consistent. You gotta come in with us.
No, I'm just waiting outside while you guys are in. So if there's anything happening, I'll call out for help.
Sure.
Alright.
Okay, let's go get clothes.
Let's.
You need some.
Yeah.
And what's Sibo going to be doing?
Literally waiting outside.
Okay. So the rest of the party
Hiding from
goes.
Amaran a little bit.
The rest of the party goes to retrieve the clothes, and Emran is there. He seems to be in a much better mood than before, and he says, "Bats, your outfit is ready. Let's do some measurements to be sure that it fits."
Alright.
Okay.
Pay him.
Okay.
Measure me.
Looks like it's a really good fit and really nice fabric. It might be some of the nicest clothes you've ever had, Bat.
These are the only clothes I've ever had. I simply add to them once I get taller.
Okay.
Emran says, "Have fun at the party tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and try to stay dry."
I'm gonna pocket the clothing.
And if we can ever help you with anything, just let us know.
Maybe another love song on another day.
No
Man, you're
problem.
sad.
I'd be happy to.
That would settle my mind. Yeah, I'll. Where can I find you usually?
I have a feeling from now on you'll be able to find me with them, points at Sibo and Simon.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, you can find me at the Poor Dock somewhere.
Okay, it's a deal. It's a date.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great
But you're getting
afternoon.
over that. Never
Have
mind.
fun
You
with your
too.
party.
Okay.
Wait, so my
bye.
question is, did Amaran notice me?
Nope.
He did
You're
not.
outside?
Okay.
Nope. He didn't notice you.
Yeah, but
Oh, by the way,
you know,
Sibo's outside. I'm kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
Melody was like, I'll be with Sibo and Simon, so I was thinking maybe Amaran noticed or something. I don't know.
Nope. Not this time.
Okay, good. Moving on.
Yep.
So the rain is coming down a little bit harder. It might be a good idea to go indoors somewhere. It's coming up around 3:30, almost 4 o'clock.
I need a place to change.
What if... Shall we go to the monastery and see if they will readmit us?
Maybe they'll have like a bathroom I could use to change.
Yeah, let's go to monastery since it's not that far and
Yeah,
it's
it's right across the
raining
street.
really hard. Yeah, let's go there.
All right. So you pop on over to the monastery. It seems to be pretty quiet, and pretty much everybody is indoors, praying, studying, writing scrolls, that sort of thing.
I'm gonna go up to the closest person I can see that works.
I'll go to the rector and ask
Okay.
if we could stay one more night.
The rector says, "Certainly. I mean, I guess we have an opening, so you can stay here."
Very much.
Is there a changing room I can change into?
I mean, every dormitory is a changing room, so absolutely.
Okay, let me borrow one.
Right this way.
Melody stands guard outside with Bat.
The rector says, "So you're going to the party tonight, I imagine. Did you get invitations?"
Yep.
Let me know what you find there.
Okay.
If
Will
there's,
do.
if there's any information about who the Red Angels are, or what attacked the Red Angels, or what attacked the Red Eye, I'd like to know, for peace of mind, and for peace of Toe's mind.
We
Don't
certainly
know
will.
who that is, but okay.
Alright, so Bat, you're in your new outfit.
Nice.
Seems to be a really nice fit. What's everybody doing?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and chill out.
Are you taking a short rest?
Yeah.
Are you using a hit die to heal up your hit points?
I don't think I've lost any hit points.
Oh, okay. Melody?
So,
I think Melody's the only one who got hit.
The one who got hurt. Do you want to take a short rest?
I mean, I don't feel like I have to, but if Simon's going to, it's not like she's got anything better to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it will be a good idea for us to take a short break, and in the meantime, Sibo would tell the story about Toe and Boo and like everything happened yesterday, like their 24 hours update.
Okay. Great. So everyone new is now up to speed.
Yep. And how crazy it was.
Thank you.
So anybody who took a short rest, go ahead and roll 1 hit die and take those hit points. And if anybody used spell slots and you can replenish them, go ahead and do that.
Alright.
It's now around 5:30. Now would probably be a good time to start heading to the Rakxe Manor.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head out.
So before we leave, I have a question for Simon.
Yeah.
So we only have one invitation among two. So what do you think we should do?
Well, I mean, we also have that wand of smiles, right?
Yeah, so am I the one who's trading and getting in?
I mean, why don't we get there and see if we really need to use the wand of smiles, and then if we do, we do. Or we can just be like, look, Captain Oku wasn't able to come. She sent both of us instead. Here was the invitation sent to Captain Oku.
Okay, that sounds like a plan-ish.
Yeah. And then if they won't accept that, then we'll be like, hey, look, we have this wand. Would you be willing to trade to allow the other one of us through?
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. We'll do that.
Alright.
So we're heading out.
Okay. So in the rain, the party heads out through the southern gate, past the trade office, and up the hill towards the rich people's estates, looking over Rakxe. And the first large estate you see is it's a 2-story mansion on the left side of the road, and you see a guard and some scale mail standing outside. There are lights on every floor. Candles are lit, and lanterns are lit both outside and indoors. And it seems like there's some hustle and bustle going on already, even though the party has not started yet.
Oh, it hasn't started yet. Are we early?
A little bit early, but there's already commotion going on inside.
Shall we wait to go in, or...?
What's the commotion about? Can we do like an insight or investigation check?
You do an insight check. Yes, you can.
As a performer, I feel like it would be best to arrive early anyways.
Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
I got 14.
Yeah, you kind of think it's the catering and the performers that are getting ready already.
okay, so...
That's me. I should go in. Bat, are you going to be helping me with my performance tonight?
I won't help you with the performance, but I'll be bodyguarding.
Okay.
I can't really sing or anything. Or dance.
Does Wasabi know any tricks?
I think Wasabi is probably not, No, Wasabi will be there. But, Wasabi is a rat, and they probably won't like a rat running around.
Point.
True. Well, I'm gonna go head in. She turns to Simon and Sibo. I'm gonna go head in. I feel like they need me early. Good luck. I hope to see you guys soon, and if not, find us at the Poor Docks tomorrow.
Alright.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself.
So Melody and Bat walk towards the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, she walks towards the guard.
At the front door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then.
So the guard is super tall. He's 6'7". He has dark black curly hair, and he says, "Welcome to Rakxe Manor. My name is Grandjean. I'm the front door guard this evening. What are your names?
Melody.
My name is
And Bat.
Water. My
Water.
name is Water Caltrop. You can call me Bat.
And do you have invitations, or are you one of the performers?
I'm a performer, and she bows.
Mr. Caltrip?
I am a bodyguard for said performer.
Bodyguard?
Yes. You see, I'm small and I can't defend myself, and I perform, so I like to have a bodyguard on me to stay safe.
Bat, could you make a persuasion check, please?
Yeah, I'll make a persuasion check. Ooh, I'm proficient in that. That is 25.
Ranjam says, "Alright. Welcome to the Rakxe estate. You'll see the table in the foyer where you can leave all your garlic and blue charms. To the right of you will be the grand ballroom where the other acts are getting ready. Have fun tonight."
Thank you very much. Have a lovely
Thank
evening.
you.
Bonne soirée to you as well.
Bon, whatever you said.
Bonne soirée, monsieur.
Yeah, that.
So the two of you walk inside and you see a number of blue charms and like garlic necklaces already on the table in the foyer. And in your right you see this huge ballroom. It's like it's a 60-foot-ish square with some people already sitting in one of the corners by a piano. Another set of tables and chairs in the northwest corner with some food laying out. To your direct left, you see a stage, and to the left of the stage, you see a few chairs with two other performers. One of the performers looks to be a bard, wearing a checkerboard jester hat, full reddish-brown beard and mustache. He has a large, gloriously round gut, and funny shoes with those extra-long toes that curl upwards. And he's kind of like muttering to himself. And sitting next to him is another performer, a human musician, seems a little shy, and attached to his body are all kinds of drums and cymbals, like crashing cymbals and like music horns and musical instruments. He looks to be sort of like a one-man band kind of thing. They both look at you and wave you over.
Walking over.
Yep. Heading over there.
So the dwarf with the reddish-brown beard says, "Hi, I'm JK. What's your name?"
Hey, M here. How you doing?
"How you doing?"
Pretty fine, thank you. I'm singing tonight. And you?
"Oh, I'm telling jokes. I'm a jester. Check out my hat. It's a jester hat."
She walks around and checks out the hat. Nice
Yeah.
hat.
It's a nice hat, isn't it? It's quite the latest fashion.
Of course.
And what's your name? You with the rat and the new clothes? Somebody's got some money?
No, I don't. My name is Bat. Yes. This
What's
is
your
my
talent,
rat.
Bat?
I have no talent other than fighting.
So you're putting on a fighting performance? Are you dancing?
No, I'm a bodyguard.
Oh, you guard this one over here, huh?
Yes.
Okay. To meet you. Hope you laugh at my jokes.
I probably won't.
The other guy nods his head and says, "Leather Larry, nice to meet you."
He doesn't seem like he needs to laugh either.
And
I don't
you'll
laugh.
be doing?
I just play music. I don't really laugh.
Hmm.
What's to laugh about these days, anyway? Rakxe and their stupid superstitions.
Well, people are crazy. Always have been, always will be.
Aye, that be the truth. And this one-man band type of guy doffs his hat as if to say he agrees with you. It's sort of like a Bavarian-style hat made of felt the long feather in it. His boots look very shiny and new. And he's in total agreement with what Melody has just expressed.
Sprechen Sie Sendien?
Ja, ein bisschen.
Ich dachte, mit den Hut.
Mein Hut ist fantastisch.
Oh yeah, I can't understand any of this. Melody,
It's a good
please
hack.
translate. No. Okay.
Meanwhile, what are Simon and Sibo doing outside? Your friends have gone in, and they seem to be having no problem. We're just figuring out what are. So your friends got in with no problem. They're talking to the other performers.
All right, so I'll grab
Simon and
the
Sibo.
invitation, and we can walk up to the guard.
The guard bows to both of you and says, "Welcome to the Rakxe estate. My name is Granjam. I am the front door guard. Good evening."
Good evening. It is a pleasure to meet you. We are afraid that we have to send Captain Oku's regrets. She's unable to attend. She has sent us in her stead. I'm Simon de Arenberg, and this is Sibo.
Okay, could you present your invitations, please?
Yes, we only have one, since one was originally sent for Captain Oku. But since we are representing her, here is the invitation.
And he takes the invitation and says, "This is correct. And there are two of you, so what do you propose?"
Well, the invitation was sent for Captain Oku. We represent Captain Oku. Hopefully both of us can get this one, or is there some other issue?
Simon, could you roll a persuasion check, please?
I got 17.
Granjam says, "Invitation only. It's a private party."
Is there anything else we could do to get another invitation?
If you're one of the performers, perhaps, but you really need to get that piece of paper.
Hey, how about I make you a bet?
Oh my god.
A bet. I'm intrigued.
So, I'm gonna say something, and if you laugh at my joke, you're gonna let me in. If not, I'll just walk back. How
The
about
price
that?
of admission. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check, Sibo.
Are you sure you wouldn't want to make him just smile at your joke?
I got 22.
Granjam says, "The price of admission tonight is an invitation. I'm under strict orders from Rakxe on who to admit in and who not to, and unless you have an invitation, I can only let one of you in."
Perhaps, would you allow me to go speak to Katarashka and explain the issue?
No.
After all, I do have the invitation. You could admit me.
I could admit one of you, but not both of you.
Yes. Here, why don't you let me in? Sibo, you can wait right out here. I'll be right back for you.
And by the way, who is carrying the wand right now?
I think Sibo is.
I have the wand.
Okay. Granjam says to you, Simon, nobody is allowed to wear their blue charms or garlic tonight, so on the table behind me in the foyer, you can leave all your charms. On your right, you will see the grand entrance to the ballroom, and Lord Rakxe will be here in about 20 minutes. So what I would like to encourage you to do is go to our sitting room, which is on the left, across from the ballroom.
If he will be 20 minutes, then I'll wait till he arrives so I can discuss. I'll wait out here.
In the rain?
In the rain.
Not quite what we would like from our guests to show up all sodden.
Well, I do have a pelt, as you can see, and I can easily dry myself off in a moment. Perhaps would you like to be dried off? I can understand if you're waiting out here in the rain for so long.
Yeah, I would like to be a little bit dry. I've been standing in the rain most of this evening.
Alright, I'll cast Prestidigitation over him.
He's like covered with this warmth emanating from your hands. And he says, Grandjean says, wow, I don't feel like I've been standing in rain all day. That was a nice little trick you got there.
Yeah, it's very useful. So, how long have you been a guard here?
Too long. Too long. I've been here quite some time. Hey, Holgath, come over here. I got a question for you. He's calling at another guard.
Okay.
This other guard comes out, 6 foot tall. He smells of tobacco, which you can smell.
Mm-hmm.
He's a human. And Grandjean says to him, "Can you go ask Lord Rakxe if he would accept what he would allow for someone who doesn't have an invitation?"
Do kindly say that he comes from Captain Oku, this person.
Holgath says, kind of coughing a little bit, "Same stuff he always wants. Magic items. Or money. But yeah, if you don't have gold and silver, you best be going back home."
We do have a magic item.
What is it?
Sibo.
Hands over the wand.
Don't hand it over. Show them
Give it
what
here. Give it here. I'll take it to Rakxe and I'll let you know if you can both come in.
Okay,
Alright,
so
thank
here's the wand.
Doesn't look like nothing.
No, you just wait. You just wait. You wait till you see what this thing can do. It messed me up one time when it was in the hand of someone who wasn't a very good friend of mine.
I'll take this up to Rakxe and I'll let you know what he says. Wait right here. Come sit in the sitting room. No need to stand out here in the rain, right, Grandjean? And Grandjean kind of shrugs his shoulder and says, "Fine, you two, go please join us in the sitting room on your left. And could you please both remove your blue charms and set them on the foyer table?"
Of course. Thank you.
So as the two of you enter and enter the sitting room, you can smell from the windows, through the windows, what's coming from the kitchen. It smells like roasted meats. You see something sweet being made, like a cake in the oven. Fruits and crudité and things like this. It looks to be like a grand evening, a feast, if you will. At the Rakxe Manor.
That sounds good.
Running down from upstairs are a little boy and a little girl that Melody and Bat now see. The little boy is about 10 years old. He's kind of a Bart Simpson type. He's dressed in really fine clothes that he keeps like pulling at because they don't quite fit or they don't quite feel right on his body. Very nice, rich, golden fabrics. Very fine felt shoes. He looks quite mischievous, this little boy. And he runs down with his sister, who's about 7 years old. She's missing a tooth, one of her front teeth. She also has very fine felt shoes and a red dress with white ruffles on the neck and on the wrists. And as soon as she comes down from the stairs, she gets on all fours and starts pretending that she's a cat. She's like licking her paws and moving her head like meowing. And what looks to be the older brother says to her, "Stop being a cat. We have to be grown-ups tonight, Mia." And the little girl says, "I'm a kitty cat." And she rolls over in all her really nice clothes and kind of gets a little bit dirty on the floor of the ballroom. And Melody and Bat, you're watching this transpire.
Melody goes over to Mia, and when she approaches Mia, she gets down on all fours as well, and kind of like daintily tries to crawl towards her and says, "Meow, I'm a cat too. What's your name?"
Wait, sorry, what happened? I just walked back in from getting my snack and going to the bathroom. And you're on all fours pretending to be a cat?
Mia is loving this, and she's moving her head up and down and kind of like purring. And she says, "Meow, my name's Mia. I'm kitty cat Mia."
It's so lovely to meet you. You know, there's so few cats around here.
Both
Meow.
the
Do you like
worst
fish?
animal.
I love fish.
Oh, let's beat kitty cats and go to the kitchen and try to get some fish.
Ooh, but we might be hit by the big mean cooks if we go do that.
Oh,
Is there...
But we're kitty cats. We can crawl around their legs.
Why don't we go and stalk your brother?
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
Okay, and so she's gonna, like, crouch and, like, slowly start approaching the brother and be like, and then whisper to the brother if she gets close enough. I'm gonna try and keep her out of trouble, okay? Just play along. Where do you want, where should I take her? Which room?
The brother says, can you take her outside in the rain?
I can do that, and I'll dry and clean her afterwards, too.
Well, are you magical?
I am.
Wow. Okay. That'll get my sister out of my hair, and I can read my books. Thanks.
Sure, we'll be back soon. And she pretends to, like, leap towards the brother and then fall on her face and gets back up on all fours, shakes herself off, and turns around and says, Meow, that's no fun. What if we went outside and chased raindrops?
Mia says, let's do it!
So she's going to look for a not front door outside.
So the only way out that you could do that would be to go through the kitchen, which is connected to the ballroom, and the kitchen has a window that you could jump out of.
I think she's going to go into the kitchen.
Okay, Mia follows you, and she's meowing the whole way.
There
are 3 or 4 cooks in the kitchen preparing things, and what looks to be the head chef says, Mia, get out of here! Go play with your brother! We're cooking tonight's dinner!
Melody is going to say, again in a like more hushed voice so Mia doesn't hear, I'm trying to get her out of your hair. I need to get outside, and then I'll dry her and get her cleaned up before we come back in. But is there any way to get out without going through the front door?
You could jump out from the second floor.
Ooh,
I don't recommend that though.
Is there a window in here?
Yeah, the window in the kitchen right behind me.
Can we use that?
You want to jump out of the window?
Is it high?
There's bushes outside the window. You're gonna make a mess of everything. Lord Rakxe is not gonna like it. To see this little girl be all upset, and her parents aren't gonna like it either.
I have a spell that'll make sure she doesn't get hurt.
I don't know. This is Dan Orso's little sister. I don't think she should get in any trouble. I think I should ask you to leave the kitchen.
Okay. Is there any room where we could play safely?
The ballroom is super big. You can hide underneath the piano, go to the fireplace. There's lots of places in the ballroom. Go have a ball. Get it?
Okay, I'll take her there. And she's going to... Can I cast Prestidigitation and make water appear? Okay.
Make water appear?
Yeah. Like water droplets.
You could do a puff of wind, or create a weird smell or sound, but create water, no. You could create, no, you can't.
Yeah, it's a different spell. That's create
Okay.
and destroy water.
She's going to turn around and tell Mia, well, actually, do you remember kitties don't like water? So, we don't like water, do we? Should we go see what the performers are going to be doing tonight?
Yeah, okay. That sounds fun. That sounds fun.
And lead Mia into the ballroom.
Okay, Mia follows you in. Meanwhile, Holgap has returned from upstairs and has now come to the sitting room and says to Simon and Sibo, approved!
Ah, wonderful. Thank you.
Come join us in the ballroom. The performers are there, the Orso children, 2 of them are there, and Rakxe and Sindra and Dayon will be joining us in a little bit.
Wonderful. I hope you have a very good night and you don't have to stay out in the rain for too long.
I got indoor duty tonight. Ain't that right, Granjam? And Granjam kind of grunts at him. You have a good night as well.
Yes. Alright, so we'll head up to the ballroom.
Okay. As the 2 of you head into the ballroom, 2 new people have arrived at the front door. One of them is a woman, human, in her 40s. She has tons of blue charms and garlic around her neck. She looks super nervous and kind of upset, actually. What looks to be her husband is a balder guy, maybe in his late 40s, nice like button-down shirt and coat. And they're holding hands, so they look to be a married couple, and they introduce themselves to the guard, Granjam, and you can hear that their names are Francesca and Giuseppe Orso. These must be the Orso parents of Dayon Orso. They come in, take their coats off, and Granjam, you can hear, tells them to take off their coats and take off their charms. So they take off their coats, but Francesca refuses to take off her blue charms. And you can hear her protest, saying, no, you never know what's going to happen. Those things can get us from anywhere. It could be Petasola. It could be Al-Qaeda. You have no idea what things are entering this city. Let me keep my blue charms. Got it. And Granjam relents and says, you know where the sofa is in the ballroom. Have a good evening. And they enter, and all 4 of you in the party see this couple enter the ballroom, kind of sitting down and talking to each other. A couple more people enter the front door. One of them is a 60-year-old dwarf, looks to be some sort of a merchant, and the other person is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed human man, dressed in fine clothes. They look to be like the kind of clothes he doesn't wear normally, so this is like a special day for him. So they walk in, they both look like merchants of some kind. And when they enter, they sit very close to the Orso couple.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll walk over to them and say, good evening, I'm Simon de Arenberg. It's a pleasure to see you all here. Who are you?
My name's, the dwarf is speaking to you. My name's Hubble. Nice to meet you. I'm one of the merchants in town. Haven't seen you before.
Yeah, I'm visiting. But right now, I'm doing some stuff for Captain Oku. I'm like a consultant.
Interesting.
What are you a merchant of?
Mostly dry goods.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not so much into weapons and that kind of thing. It's too dangerous.
I know. You say dry goods, it's almost like saying accounting. I'm sure a lot of people think, oh, it must be, boring. But there must be so many interesting parts of the dry goods business. I mean,
this is true.
I'd love to be enlightened if you have anything interesting.
We have the whole night to talk about it. I mean, I can tell you what it's like to have to go to the lumber yard and go bring the lumber to the sawmill. And
well, what do you enjoy most?
Oh, I like making scrolls.
Really?
So to do that, first I have to cut down some trees, bring them to the lumber mill, and then get a blade and shred the logs into
so you're
sawdust.
In charge of cutting all the trees yourself? You're the one who runs the lumber company?
I pay people. I'm a merchant. I got some money.
Oh, I see. So you don't do any of the manufacturing. You just do shipping.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, you know a lot about business.
That sounds very cool. My father, he's a jeweler, so I don't really have much experience with the shipping side of business. Is this your wife?
Oh,
Pointing.
this guy, this guy, he is not my wife. This is Ladro. And the blue-eyed, blonde-haired guy looks at you.
I knew he wasn't your wife, but thought I'd make
He's
a good joke.
laughing and says, "That's a good one. That's a good one."
Yes. So, Ladro, are you also in the shipping business for dry goods?
No, I'm one of the town grocers. I work with some of the people in the northeast quarter of town. I collect their vegetables, clean them up a little bit, and then I bring them to the town square for sale.
Wow.
I take a cut, of course, because
right.
I'm the one doing the shipping and handling.
So then, I don't know. What's the? I guess because like I said, I don't know much about shipping. Are there similarities between what you do and dry goods shipping? Or
I mean, there's similarities in terms of how precise you have to be with all the numbers and taking really good records of everything. Hobble and I have some plans actually to entirely renovate parts of Rakxe and create a second rich dock area.
Wow, that's impressive.
Big dreams, but we need big money, so that's why we're here. We're going to talk to Rakxe tonight, see if he can fund us.
Well, I hope good luck. I mean, I've been walking around the town, and I definitely see that a new rich docks would be helpful.
Oh, absolutely. It would raise the reputation of Rakxe. It would get rid of all the vermin who live in the poor docks. We'd have one entire boardwalk that is nice for a change.
That would be beautiful. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you.
Great to meet you as well. Have fun tonight.
Thank you. Yes, you as well.
So you also, at this point, Rakxe has come down the stairs. He's an older man. He's a widow, actually, so his wife is no longer alive. He's balding a little bit, but he has a full beard and mustache. And standing next to him, coming down the stairs, are his daughter, Sindra Rakxe. She's about 19, 20 years old. She has blonde hair, a ton of lipstick, like overdone lipstick. She looks like she's trying really hard to look pretty, maybe as if she's hiding blemishes or something like this. It's just caked on how much makeup she's doing. And standing next to her is like a 22, 23-year-old, like strapping, broad-shouldered, handsome young man. He's got a leather shirt with laces, and you can see his chest underneath. This is Dayon Orso with Sindra Rakxe, and they're holding hands. They're kind of like looking into each other with googly eyes, and they sit next to each other across from Rakxe.
Okay.
At this point, the kitchen staff is now serving hors d'oeuvres to everybody, and they start with the esteemed guests, and then come over to the performers and the children, and serve you some like cucumber things and parsnip things and crackers and stuff like this.
I'd like to walk over to Rakxe.
Okay.
And then when I get in front of him, I'll bow and I'll say, "Good evening. I'm Simon de Arenberg. I just wanted to thank you for letting us both in tonight. I'm with Sibo. He's over there. We came in for Captain Oku. I'm afraid I have to send her regrets. And we had a slight issue at the door. So I appreciate your kindness and civility with regard to our problem."
Rakxe kind of sighs and says, Your wand of smiles, it literally brought a smile to my face. I have such a new possession in my collection. So you are welcome this evening to partake in the humor and good fun of a party where no one has to wear a blue charm or garlic.
Oh, yes. I definitely appreciated that part of the invitation. It has been, people have been pressuring in town that you have to wear a charm, and so it was quite nice to finally go somewhere where it was the opposite.
Exactly. And that is why I wanted to host an event and prove to all of Rakxe that you can take off the charms and take off the garlic and nothing will attack you.
Exactly. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. And then I'll bow again and I say, Madame and Monsieur to the other two guys, and then walk away.
Okay. What's everybody else doing at this point?
Melody is, once she saw Rakxe coming down the stairs, she said, meow, okay, well, it looks like our playtime is up. Let's pretend to be humans now, okay? Let's pretend to be fancy, good humans for a while. And casts prestidigitation to clean up, to clean up Mia's clothes, which she's probably done a whole bunch to by now. And stands up and says, why don't you go sit down somewhere, go say hi to your dad. I need to go get ready for singing, okay?
Okay, that was fun being kitty cats.
I agree. We can play more later.
Let's play more later. Daddy says I gotta eat.
Okay, well, even kitties have to eat.
Meow. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. And she goes and, starts doing scales and prepping a bit.
Bat, are you doing anything in particular?
I'm gonna go to the dude serving food and grab some, and then just take it and hold it for later.
Okay, so you do that. Rakxe then stands up and says, I'd like to welcome all of you this evening to the Rakxe Family Manor for a night of fun and frivolity, a night where we don't have to wear blue charms, we don't have to wear garlic, and we can just be ourselves in one another's company. Everybody say cheers. And the whole room erupts in cheers. A couple of the servants start passing out glasses of champagne to everybody, except for the children. And Rakxe says, let us drink to this evening of safety in numbers. And he raises his glass to a toast and says, drink up! And everybody starts drinking the champagne.
Melody isn't going to drink any to make sure that she keeps her head for her singing.
Okay.
Neither am I. I'm not going to drink it. I'm going to, pretend to drink it, but I'm not actually going to drink it.
Okay.
And I don't plan on eating anything here either.
Okay. That's fine.
Evil's gonna drink. He's got some reason to drink after,
Yes, he
with
does.
the Schnet, with, being so close to Amaranth but not able to see him and all that, emotional toll while waiting outside.
So Sibo's in a corner drinking by himself, thinking about Emmerich. Bat, are you drinking or what are you doing?
I'll give it a sniff. Does it smell good?
It smells great. It smells fantastic. One of the most effervescent and bubbly quaffs you've ever seen in a glass in your lifetime.
Yeah, okay, I'll drink it.
It tastes marvelous.
Maybe the rich people are onto something. Doesn't taste like swamp water.
Not at all. Rakxe then says, our first entertainment tonight is a bard coming all the way from Vine Shade Firth. His name is JK. Everybody give a hand to JK. And everybody starts clapping. And this character with the jingling checkerboard jester hat, kind of the dwarf with a huge red beard and a gut, nervously steps on stage and says, okay, it's the biggest event I've ever been at, so I hope you laugh at my jokes. So one night, me and my mates were arguing all day about what to call a soldier in Virlinian times. But it was getting late, so we called it a night. And a lot of that.
Funny.
He's not very funny.
It's kind of
The
funny.
wizard laughed.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say that like super out loud. That was a whisper.
Did you hear about the beggar who had a hump on his back and grew up without a father? One day he asked his mother, Mama, did Papa have some strange disease that caused him to have a hump on his back? And Mama said, Son, why would you ask such a thing? And the son said, I don't know. I just had a hunch.
That one's less funny.
JK, I'm JK the Bard.
Nice.
Last week, he's looking very nervous now because he was getting not as much laughs. Last week, my girlfriend took my chainmail armor and spent all evening polishing it. And she said, JK, I always wanted a knight in shining armor.
Melody stifles laughter.
Syndra's face turns to a scowl, and you can hear her loudly whisper to her father, This isn't funny, Daddy.
Oh, God.
Rakxe just nods his head. JK says, okay, here's my last one. My friend was in training to become a paladin, so I asked if he was ever poked by a lance. And he said, no, but I was once lightly caressed by a Christopher.
What?
JK, I'm JK the Bard. That was my time. So
You
there's
said
like
his name 3 times.
there's like a spattering of clapping. Syndra looks very upset at this humor. Rakxe just kind of nods his head. And then the second performer hops on stage. His name is Leather Larry. And he says, if you like me music, come find me and me brothers. Our band is called Bards of Prey. And he picks up his Bavarian hat, plops it back on his head, and starts playing his instruments. Sounds like it's kind of got a rhythm. There's a lot of percussion going on. And Mia and her older brother are kind of like pretending they're animals and running around the ballroom. And Syndra's starting to smile a little bit. And Rakxe is just kind of nodding at them. All of a sudden, you see a swirl of like dust and sparkles appear on the staircase. And you see a halfling dressed in red. The halfling points at Syndra and says, you're next on my list. And so is everyone else in this ballroom.
Wow.
Oh.
And that is
And
where
this
we'll pick up next week.
And this is just one halfling.
It is one halfling.
Yeah, I'll beat him up. I'll do it.
Who else sees this halfling?
Everybody sees the halfling.
Yeah, I'm beating
Oh, no.
him up. This like, I'll take him.